Happy Thursday, very good evening. Tonight, you join us for a VATSIM flight taking the 737 MAX all the way from Ecuador into Colombia. And, well, the weather isn't great looking at all. There's thunderstorms and everything as we attempt to fly over the Andes. Yeah, right. Now, the good news is I fixed everything. I was having hardship earlier on. Oh, jeez, right. Terrible business. But it's all sorted now. I broke many things to get it working. But it's working. It's all grand. I had to rebuild the WASM file, change the plug in, do a handstand. I had to do mad things. But it's all up and running now, which is great. So, no ATC coverage from what I can see at the moment. But I do know you guys, some of you guys are flying along multiplayer. Very nice. And of course, we have Say Intentions as a backup to the backup. Because, well, we could just fly this and Say Intentions. But I like the idea of the lads on VATSIM. But to the VATSIM lads, you know, you just need to be looking into it maybe. I'm just saying. It'll populate the airwaves when there's nothing going on, you know. But anyway, Jez, have I got a hot mic? Could you imagine? Right. But anyway, you're very welcome in. This should be interesting. It's the small Andes. It's the little ones up the north. Yeah. But it should be a bit of fun, this. And a challenging flight. High altitude. We're currently sat at 9,000 feet. And we're going to be landing up in Bogotá. So, yes, haven't done this flight before on VATSIM. We've flown into Bogotá many times, but haven't done this one on network. So we'll give it an old bash. So who's here? A very good evening. You're all welcome in. Chalks is here. Good evening. Mrs. TPHI rolls in upside down. She's here. Welcome back. Chalks checking in as well. Good stuff. The Boise, hope you're well. Happy Thursday evening to you. Gar Gaming is here. Hello to all in County Galway. Viper Strike, you're very welcome back. Who else come in? Uniform Goose, good day again. Goose, it's good to see you, buddy. Sean Carney's here. Mech Manser, good to see you. Crafty Tiger's in the house. Spitfire, RF 100 is in the chat house. He's in the house chat. It's the house, the chat. He's there, look. Great to see you, man. Creo, encapsulating, word of the day, immersion time. Yes, encapsulating. I like, what was the other one? Resplendent. Yes, we are recapsulating like the resplendent evening, are we not? That makes no sense at all. Learn words fast. Sean, hope you're well, buddy. Who else come in here now? Mutley is here. Malky Mac, good evening. Commander Balosh, very good evening to you, lads. Soaring AJ. AJH, man. Hope you're well. Finally got the power back. More storms on the way, says Crafty Tigers. Jesus. Idle Cutoff, welcome back. Cambridge calling. Hello once again from Tipperary. It's still 16 degrees. It hasn't changed much at all today. But we'll figure it out. 98 Vulcan, hope you're well, buddy. Just lurking tonight. You're very welcome in. Retriever Neil is here. Anthony V, how are you? CP65 is in the house. APU Inspector. The weekend is closing in fast. It just is. Filthy, thank you very much indeed. 185 streams in a row. The man's unstoppable. Thank you very much. Sir Camsalot, AJH, Madude from Angoshlan Nua. Good to see you, bud. Sim Guy is here. The Dameranian, welcome aboard. Zith is here. Checking out the Chan man. Who? You couldn't find that. Try a name like Dublin. It even knew. Yeah, you're a dove. Brilliant. Proby Pete, good day to you. Only 35 degrees at the moment, which is cool for us in Arizona. You're very welcome in, buddy. Who else now? Let me see. Stu Snape is here. Welcome back, Stu. Stu, are you going to do an L flight with us on VATSIM soon? The Andes. Where are the Andes? Well, don't they run the whole length and breadth of South America? No? Are they not? Mr. TPHI, good to see you. Hope you're well. Now, let me see. Sim Captain Mike is here. Happy Thursday. So-called Jerry's in the house. Good to see you, man. Toto says, can you come and fix me wind control throttle? Pretty please. Toto, what's it not doing? Silent earmuffs, Mr. TPHI. There's a setting in the SimApp Pro. Make sure it's set to single shaft and not a double shaft. The double shaft doesn't work. Right. Check that. Now, Rolling Stone, good evening. LP Patrol is in the house. Energizer's here. Murph, I'm on the fence between getting on air or the new emergency disaster or dispatcher gadget. Does on air spawn in assets too? Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, it does. And it's global, where the new emergency dispatcher, I haven't given it a proper twirl yet, but that's kind of region based. I think it's pretty much up to kind of the northwest at the moment. They're going to be adding more to it, but yeah, no, on air is pretty much ready to rock as it is. Do a trial of it, Energizer. It's free. It's a 7-day trial. Try it and then see what you think. Do you know? Simulator Game Susie. Hello, Simulator Gamer Susie. You're very welcome in. Flying tonight with same intentions, hopefully. Nice. Now, Dougal McTavish. I can't speak tonight. He says, here... Well, sort of. You're very welcome in, Dougal. The chairman has arrived. Where's this now? Derek is here. I heard you're supposed to say weird things now. I always wanted them to make an animal version of the movie Alien and then name the lead character Sigourney Beaver. Listen, it's a terrible business. Terrible business. Airlock Doc is here. So glad the heat wave is over. It took out my wife's GPU. What? A 1080 Ti served us well. Rest in pieces, 1080 Ti. Yes. White Leg is here. Good evening. Where's this now? Sunjammer. Good evening. Visualize is here. Are we talking about... look, quiet now, you. Sit down. Have to learn more things like holes, go-arounds, etc. before I even think about VATSIM. I may or may not bother. Who knows? Yari, you don't need to learn that at all. And am I worrying about things like that? It'll be grand. Wing it. Unable... There's smoke in me cockpit. Right? It'd be grand. Right. Now, where's this? The Andes are on the end of the armies. Who? The hands. The handies. I'm very confused. But anyway, who else came into the parlour here now, lads? Have a quick look. Dave Cleary. Legend Dave. Welcome back, Dave. Good to see you, bud. Northland Air. Very happy Thursday to you, my dude. Hope you're well. Roll Tide is in the house. Visualize is here. Dave JSB. Good evening, Dave. Flyboy Dyer's in the house. JP Gaming is here. And, well, I hope you're all keeping terribly, terribly well. Billy's in the house. Devil Fly, good evening. Hope you're well, bud. Jalagod is here. And welcome in, lads. Welcome. Eamon 1973 has rumbled into the chat. And a very good evening to you two in Newcastle. You're very welcome. Devil Flies in Southern California. Jeez, I'd love to be there now. You know, that's all okay, but still no throttle reverse or speed brake spoilers. Everything else is working. Oh, Toto, I don't know what it is. So, no throttle reverse or speed brake. So you've checked that setting. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hermit Something's here. Very good afternoon to Boston. Hope you're well. Heisenberg. He says, evening, folks. It's freaking hot. 119 degrees Fahrenheit with the heat index. Whoever moved the feckin' planet closest to the sun, please put it back where you found it. Jesus, that's hot now. Jesus. Is it like, you know, uncomfortable and stuff? Sticky, they call it, you know. Cornwolf, good evening. Hope you're well. 10 seconds only, Murph. Come on, idle cut off. We're flying it tonight. Literally flying it tonight. Been an update to Corfu already. Ooh, nice. Cornwolf says, quick question. Just downloaded the Dofan. Where's the EFB? In the centre of the top of the panel. At the very top. You'll see like a kind of a tablet at the very top of it, on top of the panel. The dashboard, centre, top, right? Click on that and it'll appear. But yes, that's where it's all happening now. Yeah, I haven't checked out Corfu since then, you know. Where's it now? We passed Sticky about 10 degrees ago. Brilliant. The top, yeah, well, it's on top. What was the one's name out of James Bond? On the top? Brilliant. Fixed ground matching and added static people. Also, you are a massive enabler, says Cornwolf. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, I couldn't influence, you know, a kick in a horse box. But, you know, enabler. Yes. Let's go with that. Right, well, we get this machine started. And let's see what happens, right? As I said, we don't have ATC coverage on at the moment. But you wouldn't know your luck, right? You wouldn't know your luck. We're also going to be flying with Strata Weather tonight. I did get an update. I'm more of an influencer. Yes, Chalks. Mews Fan is here. Happy Thursday to you, my dude. Hope you're well. And good evening. Right, what am I looking for here? I've say intentions there as a backup because there's like literally no ATC on anywhere at the moment. If we go up and bring in our VATSIM radar, right? Unfortunately, there's no one awake over this neck of the parish that's able to go flying just yet. We'll see what the crack is. As I said, there's a few of us on the ground. We got 6 departures planned, right? And Jesus, they're open at them. They're already open at them. Even though I have a great AC on my bus, as soon as I open the doors, it's an instant heat exchange. Yep. It's just the way it is. Right, 3-2 Whiskey is with us. Why isn't this updating? Come on now, Betsy. We'll hit it now, refresh. Little refresh. So we 3-2 whiskey. We have 003, 702, Murph, Naughty. And who is that devil? He rolling. Who's that? That Clem. Oh, it is Clem. Clem is on. Look at him. E35. E35. Is that an Embraer 13? Is that an Embraer, is it? Jay Winokur, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. How's married life treating you now? We didn't want to say too much too quick, just in case. You know what I'm saying? But you're well experienced at this stage. Hope it's well, buddy. Hey, it's Lazy. Good afternoon. 21 degrees here in the LA area. For Americans, that's 70 degrees. Yeah, that's not too bad, Jerry. Hopefully we see an A380 soon at Dublin. Ooh. The new 2.8s can handle it, but did they do the RAM to handle it yet? I don't think they did. Right, let us get into action here and see what the crack is. Aircraft is completely cold and dark. We have filed our flight plan. What is the frequency for here, men? There's no... it's just Unicom, isn't it? 1228? I think it's just 1228. Hang on, we'll put in the CTAF. So CTAF.SELT. Not transmitting on any frequencies. Okay. Yeah, 1228. Okay, that'll do. Right, aircraft fully cold and dark. Let's go in here and have a look. We shall say ground services. That's all connected. Lovely hurdling. Come on up here to our overhead. Battery. Up and at them. Emergency lights and ground power. There's life in the machine, Jim. Right, let's go ahead and align our IRSs. Quick check in the flaps. Let's go for the machine guns. There's one. There's two. Flight recorder on. And aircraft stall warning has been pressed. Fuel pumps, go ahead and get these into action. We're going to get the logo lights on and bring our panel lights up so we can see. Now, let me see. What's the best way to learn the Boeing Max? There's a bit to it. I mean, you can kind of jump into it relatively easily, but there's a little bit to it in terms of... learning it, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? Now, what do we want to do here? We want to go into payload. No, we don't. We want to go into Navigraph. Oh, Jesus. Why does it do this? Oh, sure, I had to reinstall the aircraft, sure. You're a Muppet, Murphy. You're a Muppet. All right, hang on. We get all this kicked up again. Approve, allow, and yes. Right. Awaiting for authentication. SimBrief pilot. What am I? 107786? Is that me? Yeah. Import from SimBrief, please. Thank you very much. Send the flight plan and send all the data. Horse it in there now, and that's all looking absolutely grand. Right, come back here, one.
Delta Cougar traffic, Firefly 702, stand 6, will push and start facing north, Delta Cougar traffic.
That sounded very convincing, didn't it? Duffman, can't breathe. Up and at them. No, up and at him. Up and at them. Mustafa, good to see you, bud. Moose, we're talking after... Well, we're talking. You be listening as I'm talking, and then I'll be listening when you're talking after all of this. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Thursday. I'm Pierce this here. Good evening. Thank you for 60 streams in a row. Right, aircraft is loaded. Performance. We'll do all that now in a moment. Come on down here. Enter me IRS position. FMC. Pause in it. Grab it, the GPS from the left side, why not? In you go, you big Jesse. Now, flight plan requesting. Now, let's see what happens here. We will want to go auto brake, and we continue on. We have set 122.8. Squawk will be 2000. And hit a quick test on that gadget while she's warming up. Get some lights turned on here so we can see. Go!
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 32 Whiskey, pushing back from stand 01 to face north.
TCAS system test okay.
Okay, runway. What runway are you going for, lads? Is it the same? Runway 1 Neener. Activate. Execute. Next page, next page, next page. Lovely hurdling. Performance. No, we'll do departure and arrival. Departure will be X runway 19er. It's a non-standard departure. We will now go into We will now go into our arrival because we are planning the arrival. Let me see. Runway 14 right, and there is an ILS for that. ILS Yankee 14 right, and we're on the GUR 5E. GUR. Do you ever get the feeling that you have the wrong nav date? Is today Airac Day? Kubi is here, good to see you. No, so why don't I have the right Airac data? This won't even let me look at this while the sim is running, sure it won't. Oh, Jesus. I know! It's going to be using very old Airac data. They probably haven't changed much. We'll wing it and see what happens.
Can I get a refund?
No, you can't. You can check right off. We'll do this one and see what happens. Transition MV. Is that me transition, actually? No, it's not. Oh, it is. We're going to transition at MV. Right, let's just see what happens, right? Cyrus is here. Good to see you. Yeah, I forgot to do that, yeah. If you reinstalled, you need to reinstall the Airac. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? We'll get lost somewhere over the end. It'd be grand. It'd be grand. We shan't worry about these things. Performance initialization. Come on over here now, Betsy. Riot. Airport. Real weather takeoff. Right, here's the gadget. Read it from the sim, please. Yes. 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 I like what you did here. Yes. Aircon will be on. Anti-ice will be off. Yes. 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 Loaded the weather weather has been loaded. Center of gravity 224. Why isn't it liking this now?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Why isn't this coming in? Let's see. Runway heading elevation. That's fine. Flaps. That's okay. That's ATM. Let's just go with max. Takeoff weight. Should that not come in from the gadget? No.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 702 will taxi to runway 19er, Cotopaxi.
Why isn't it allowing me to do this? Center of gravity is 22.4. Fuel on, oh jeez, we've no fuel. What happened there?
And Cotopaxi
Payload.
traffic, Firefly 301.
Read from SimBrief.
Hold short.
Load the aircraft immediately.
Runway 19er.
That's what happens when I'm in charge. I break things. Right, try this again. Read all the information from the sim. Load our weather once again. I still won't do it. Calling from Denmark. Good to see you, Zybok. On tomorrow's news, a Boeing en route from Ecuador to Bogotá has gone missing. Carl says, can you explain the backstory behind Arnold Schwarzenegger asking for a refund? People ask me for refunds all the time and I say, shag off. Can I have a refund? Why isn't this working, lads? Have I missed a step? Mine wouldn't give me the runway. Well, I put in the runway. We'll call it kind of dry. Well, it's not fully dry. It's cloudy. Takeoff. There's no D-rate. Takeoff weight. There's no takeoff weight. That should have come in automatically, should it not? Takeoff weight. Zero fuel weight. Taxi. Takeoff. 65,107. 65. 107, is that right? It is now. Right, very good. Trim is going to be 5.13. Okay, that's all grand. Right. Let me see. 5.9. We got 6. That doesn't seem right, does it? I know it's a short flight, but I'm a little bit worried about that. Hang on a second. I don't trust that. Payload and balance. I want to get a little bit extra fuel, please. So we're carrying 5.9, right? Let's give us 7.9. Oh, Jesus. No. Let's go 7,900. You'd never do 7,900. Let's do 8,000. Fuel. Load. Instantly load. Now come back to me performance. Read. Calculate. Okay. Put you over here where I need you. So we're going to be putting in the following. Plant fuel is going to be 7.9er. Invalid. What did I do? 7.9 fuel. In you go. Zero fuel weight. She should grab that. That's okay. Reserves 0. Cost index 15. Cruise. We're heading all the way up to 380. Cruise wind along the way. Average wind is going to be that of 350 at 8. It's very calm up there. 350 at 8. Right. Top of climb outside air temperature. Have a quick look in here on my gadget. Load the gadget. -5, -6, -6, -12, -25. -25. Very good, very good. N1 limit, no D rate. Flaps 5. Center of gravity 21.8, 5.31 is set. Check, checkity check. Right, grand, lovely, brilliant. Finish with the tablet for now. Put you back. Put you back. I say you need to go back there. How did we get this far? There he goes. Right, now let's have a look. 1228 squawk box is on, and next up we're going to be planning for our push. Altitude currently at 9,000 feet. Looking at departure here, we need to get up and at them very quickly, so we're going to start pumping this guy up. We'll put in an initial 18.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 702, taking off from runway 19. After takeoff, will we turn north? Cotopaxi.
Now, is that going to be a right turn or a left turn?
Traffic. Firefly 003, pushing the extend 2, facing north.
All right, let's give some life into this now. Anti-collision lights, wing lights come on. APU, passenger seatbelts, arm, hydraulic pumps coming on. Center tanks can be turned on. Yaw dampener, we'll probably have these in a moment. Window heats can come on. And we will engage that APU. Hold. And let's see what happens. Landing altitude, we reckon, is going to be 8. You just turned off the APU, you muppet. Now let's see what happens. Now we listen. Oh, it's a beautiful sound of an auxiliary power unit. And everyone's shagging off in the right. Jesus, there's traffic every. Where's your man going? Is he one of us? He nearly ruined your. Jeez, who's in the 7-4? Ah, lads. Are you going to get 7-4 in and out of here? Good man, Larry. Larry's in a 747 Cargo Lux who'll barely fit the runway. Come on, Larry. Man, Larry. That's the way to do it. Don't mind him, Larry. Right, that's all looking grand. That's all looking grand. Get some lights on over here. Thank you. And we're looking good. Right, come back down into me gadget. We'll go to our ground services. We're going to release the cargo fellas. Great bunch of lads. Back to me doors. We're going to close.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 301, back taxiing runway 19.
And
Cotopaxi traffic.
Now that APU generator should be on. 1, 2, APU bleeds coming in.
Cotopaxi traffic.
Packs on for the moment.
2 whiskey is going to hold short.
Ground power off. Disconnect from ground power. Ground services, disconnect. And let's see what happens here. Very good day to you, Shane. Can you talk me through our departure briefing, please? That looks good, that looks good. That looks good. All right.
Sure thing, Murph. We're departing from Cotopaxi International Airport, heading to El Dorado International Airport. We're flying a B737 MAX 8 with 130 passengers on board. Our cruising altitude will be 38,000 feet, and the estimated time en route is about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Winds are 160 at 14, and the altimeter is set to 1023. Let me know if you need anything else.
Man, Shane.
We are ready for pushback.
Cyrus, I forgot all about that. Firefly Air. Brilliant! The man's a legend. Cyrus, thank you very much for doing all this for us. It doesn't look gorgeous. It looks Jeez, the amount of planes here. It looks absolutely brilliant, doesn't it?
I put the car in front.
Jesus, Creepy Moon! He's at it again! Thank you very, very much indeed. The cabin's gorgeous. Have you hidden something in here though? Knowing you did. Creepy Moon, 5 gifted tier 1 subs going out to the community here on Twitch. Thank you very, very much indeed, lads. If you got a tier 1 sub with thanks to Creepy Moon, do be sure to say thank you. No, you didn't do it this time. Isn't the cabin gorgeous, look?
Looking here.
For your safety, follow the instructions. Yeah, right. Here at Cloud9 Firefly Air, I mean, you know, the elite traveller's companion. How are you, boss? Right. Jesus. Sim Captain Mikey's at it. Jesus, the pair of the lads. Look at the state of this, look. Jesus, 5 gifted tier 1 subs coming in from Sim Captain Mikey. Thank you very, very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. Lads, you've got a tier 1 sub, but thanks to Sim Captain Mikey. Do be sure to say thank you. Nose right, tail left. Now, can we get out ahead of no, we can't really. Oh no, someone disconnected. Who's that devil there?
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 301, lining up and taking off for runway 19 departure to the north.
That's 003. I wonder could I get out in front of him.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 32 Whiskey will be backtracking to runway 19 once the company has departed to Cotopaxi.
All these lads are getting out ahead of me. Iceman said, Shaggin, no way, I'm getting out ahead of Murph, look. Is it a real flight that I'm doing, which was from... Oh, wait, it is a real flight that you're doing, which is from winter 2013. In a 747, Larry. You have balls. I like balls. That's going to be savage, man. Are you an X-plane?
Firefly 003 will be waiting for Firefly 0235.
Jesus. Ah, you're terrible nice. Ground, Firefly 235, pushing back off stand 6, facing to the north. Traffic. You're a terrible good man. Listen, don't start. Right.
And it's always the same one.
Ah, Jesus. The pair of you now can wish brakes off. Engines coming up. He's only gone and don't now to get this bird in the air, right? Runway turn off lights on stand. Yeah, listen, there's nothing in front of us, Larry.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 32 Whiskey entering runway 19 for backtrack.
She's motoring. Await the sound of bejesus. Night, Stu, yeah, 100%. We'll jump on a call one of the days and just have a chat. Do you know? Jesus. Iowa Scotsman is here, good to see you. Easy now. It's still motoring. What's the story with refuel? Jesus, that was a slow one, wasn't it? Brakes on. Mugan, good to see you, buddy. I missed your hello earlier. See, and that's why they have slow mode. Thank you and hello. Hello. That's normal for the max, is it? Take it to the max. Why didn't Pepsi get all over this thing when it released? Or maybe they did. Right. Traffic. Zoom out. Barrow, we're on 1019. Stick that into new units, please. Inches of mercury. Oh, yeah, that sounded pretty good there now. Start her up. Gen 2 on. And let us see what happens. We're not squawking, Charlie. What's going on here? There she be. Left is clear, right is clear. Colin Matter, good to see you, buddy. Where can I watch the specific clip of Austin Power villain guy laughing? It's in Dr. Evil. Ooh. Look at your man go! Up! You devil, you! We're motoring. Oh, yeah. Iceman, you're very kind for letting me go ahead of you. That's what you call a gentleman and a scholar. Yeah, right? Brilliant. I think it was any of the Awesome Powers when Dr. Evil laughs when he has a great plan. It's one of those, you know. Right. Engine starts coming in. Flaps will be set to 5. Oh, yeah. This is such a nice airplane.
Can I get a refund?
No, you can't get a refund. Check off. There's weather all around us. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. Probe heat's coming on. Tube bleed is on at the moment. That to me sounds like a good engine start. Generators coming on. APU generators going off. APU bleed off. Packs on. And APU, good luck to you. Taxi light coming on. And we're looking good. Flaps are set. Trim is set. Speed brake, leave it alone. We're squawk mode, Charlie. And traffic, Firefly 235, taxiing to holding short of runway 19er. Traffic. Alright, edge or forward. Easy now. Is there an aircraft on the runway? I don't believe so. I think they've all shagged off. In that case, light them all up.
Cotopaxi traffic, Firefly 32 Whiskey is indeed on the runway, Murph. We're just about to depart.
Thank you very much. I didn't see it, but now I can see it. Ah, Jesus, that would have been...
32 Whiskey departing runway 19er. Runway 19er.
Imagine if Dougal didn't tell... Like, could you imagine it?
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
That just would have been... Do you remember the times Murphy used to fly on VATSIM? Before they banned him. Yeah, right. Do you know what's annoying me though?
Cotopaxi traffic, cargo look 765 pushing off stand facing north.
Do you know what's annoying me about this though? I don't have... There's no hold short mark. Where's the hold short mark? He didn't appear on the map. On the radar, so I'm looking at the radar going, there's nothing on that runway. That's mad, isn't it? We'll see him absolutely hurdling it down the runway now. Imagine. Could you imagine? Here's a Dougal inbound. So, Jesus, up! Jeez, he got away quick, didn't he? Yep, you devil, you. Well done, Dougal. And traffic, Firefly 235, got to backtrack runway 19er. Traffic. Alright. Turn these back on. Approach is clear. Dougal's on the departure leg. Jesus then. Imagine if I rolled out in front of him. I mean, he'd have been upset. Right? Source to
runway 01.
It isn't Dougal's first rodeo? Yeah. Source to Limerick for Mrs. GPI this afternoon, Murph. There was once was the last Mrs. GPHI.
003, holding short of runway
whose wink with a mischievous eye. She'd say, mind your tool, then grin like a fool. Size matters for shells was her cry.
100 feet.
Jesus. That's hilarious. Alright. Yeah, the L map here, it's Jesus, never just go by that, lads. Ever. It's an indicator, but it's not, like, you know. Now, Dougal went left. I wonder, do we go right? Imagine if I overtook him. He just wouldn't be impressed with life at all if it did that, you know. Hey, Chris Van Halen's here, good to see you. There once was a lass, Mrs. GPHI, who'd wink with a mischievous eye. That's very good, Stu. Oh. Riot. Auto brakes rejected takeoff. Engines continuous. APU is already off. All our lights are on. We'll do a quick UE up here and we'll get out of the way of Iceman. Aircraft wants us to do a left turn after departure. Come on, Betsy. The goggles do nothing. This scenery, it's weird. There is no whole short line on the ground, and I was looking on the chart. I was trying to figure out where it was, and it's like, well, we don't really need a whole short line. But anyway, what can you do? Speed is set for 200 knots initially. We're going to be climbing like a devil, so keep the speed down low, but we're going to use loads of vertical speed. We'll arm that. Gives a good 2,500 feet a minute heading up the road. That weather has completely changed now. That strata, I like the strata stuff, but there's no transition of the weather, which is a bit of a bummer. At least in Microsoft Flight Sim's weather, it transitions. This just isn't doing the job for me, so that's now being turned off. And we will revert back. You can do it, Sim. Strata is indeed turned off. There we go. It was giving us a much better kind of vibe, but that transition, lads, is just shocking, isn't it? This is a long-ass back taxi, isn't it? Jesus. No wonder I didn't know Dougal was hiding down the end of the runway. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Ah, here we go back with Strata. Feck it.
19.
Alright, give us a turn around. Looks more interesting. World Update 22 just downloading. They were going to release it tomorrow.
Runway 19.
And traffic, Firefly 235 taking off runway 19er will be departing to the east and then north. Traffic. Right. I've buttons here, Murph. Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Alright, friends. Let's go fly. So, power coming in. 40%. Engine stable. Toga. Take up power set. Airspeed alive. Rolling, rolling.
Runway 19 remaining. 10,200 feet.
Jesus, we need every bit of this. 120. V1.
V1.
Rotate. Yep, see Betsy.
Runway 19.
Here, what's going on, Chief?
Don't sink.
Yeah, we can see it. What the hell happened there?
Approaching runway 19.
Jesus!
Caution.
Murphy almost killed everyone and himself. Anyone see what happened there? So our fuel didn't auto go to the left tanks. Like the engine actually spilled back. Did you see that? Retriever Neil, mine did the same. I climb like an absolute devil here. I need terrain for a second. Jesus, that was very scary.
Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
I can see it. Man alive, that was total dodge.
Can I get a refund?
We'll have to do an investigation in there. Auto throttle not armed. It was armed. I disengaged. Just, as soon as I saw the engine spill back,
2500.
I turned off the auto throttle, which is nice because on the wing control you can physically see it and you can hear it. You know what I mean?
2500.
It's not the plane. It's the pilot.
That was just the weirdest thing I've ever seen happening with this plane. That was a very, very, very wide angle.
Airspeed, low.
Yeah,
Airspeed,
right.
low.
Yeah, right.
Firefly 235, direct flight detail as filed, please.
Right, let's get this show back on the road here. And traffic, Firefly 235, we're departing the area to the north, heading direct to the Kit VOR. Traffic. Right, nav, V-speed, command, drop the nose, auto throttle once again, look for 200, go standard, roll us right, very, very strange, wouldn't it? Alright, speed regaining. That was just shocking. Can you mention my live, please? Michael Aviation, good to see you. Yeah, no, keep the flaps up a minute. We haven't even got up to where we need to be. 200 is what we're calling it. And the reason why I went 200 because I wanted a steep climb out, do you know what I mean? Right, flaps in, but it's like on the... She's right on the numbers there. 33 knots crosswind. Was that even expected? Right, we're coming up to 18,000. Get our speed up. Speed coming up. That was just absolutely friggin' nuts. I have no idea what happened. Right, 18, keep her climbing. All the way up now, please.
Firefly 003, taking off runway 19 ahead to the north.
Checking in from Frankfurt. We'll see, good to see you. Put the plane in VNAV, not VS. No, I know that. But what I'm saying is, right, I'll have to watch that back. I don't know, did I do something wrong? The configuration, so I had the center tanks on, but our main fuel tanks forward and aft are also on, right? As we just rotated, I got an alarm to say fuel. She derated back, as in the engine spilled back. I had to disengage the auto throttle, turn off those fuel tanks, and then that gave me power back. 99 says, Murph, I watched it back, I know exactly what happened. Well, don't leave it for in anticipation. What did I do wrong? Because that's not the sort of mistake you want to be making, do you know what I mean? Fuel wasn't to do with it. But I got a fuel warning. Was it a tail strike? Even that shouldn't have caused it. We just checked the data recorder. Tell us now so we can all have a laugh. Yeah. Tell us all. Bloody hell. Right. Flaps are in. Everything else is alright. The fuel warning usually comes on when the center tanks are empty, which we got. He voided the warranty. Yeah, but what happened? Grand, but why did the engine spill back? She was hardly like... Did it go over... It's not even like an over torque. How did that even happen? Very strange. Flat clouds, that's strata. Yeah, I'm going to turn off strata again. Like, it's very good on the winds aloft, but from a visuals perspective, I don't know, is that realistic looking, but Microsoft default weather looks 10 times prettier. You know what I mean? It just does. It just takes a minute. This will not happen with an Airbus. Very strange, man. Like, I wonder, was there a different temperature coming through with strata? Like, why would the engines derate? I'd love to know. Bald Eagle, T-minus 4 hours, yes! When you armed out of throttle, you said toga, but toga mode wasn't active. You push the throttles forward, that was manual thrust. Then when you took off, they spilled back. I need to check the ops manual to confirm why. If it is indeed, I think in the manual, thrust or maybe a binding issue. If you had been in toga mode, you would have been okay. So whenever arm toga. Is that what we're saying? So that should have been pressed in. Is that what we're saying? But Jesus, you'd think, unless I'm very wrong, but like, you would think the pilot putting in full power, you have full power. Why would the aircraft derate that? You know what I mean? Maybe a binding not set right? Maybe. Yeah, what? But that's kind of... Why would it... I need to understand the system as to why would they spool back? Why would they throttle back? Is it like a calibration thing, maybe? If anyone knows, told you pilot error. It's always pilot error. You know, it was. But that's never happened, I don't think. Like, how many flights have we done in the MAX? 30 maybe? On VATSIM? Probably 30. Thrust reduction at altitude? I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
So, go around 90%. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to learn. It hasn't happened to you yet. The issue was definitely not invented by the Irish. Yeah. World Update 22 seems to be out 2 days earlier. Ooh. Good thing the nose didn't push over automatically. Yeah. Surely the throttle levers would not come back like that on their own. And don't call me Shirley. That's my thinking. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Like, my flight didn't start off great considering I was announcing I was going onto the runway and Dougal was on it. Right? Now, I didn't have a runway excursion, but only for Dougal shouting. That would have been very embarrassing. Retriever Neil. I happened to Retriever Neil. So what happened? Tell us about it. It's very, it's cool, but it's bloody hell. Danger, danger. All sorts of weather out there, look. Maybe for safety, as captain, you should hand over the flight controls. Yeah. 2IC, take over. Yeah, no, that was wild. Where can I watch that back? Here's a fella now going to look at himself, looking at himself. Right, so this is where I nearly, like, make an ass out of myself in front of Dougal. So I didn't arm Toga. Like, if you look at the screen, I can't zoom in. The screen says takeoff. 94 is where I'm restricted. So 94, which is takeoff mode, right? And they're green, so that is indeed set. Now, centre tank has Chagall fuel in it. So I wonder, was there a delay in delivery between the centre tank and the other tanks? So we're coming up here now to our rotation speed. Again, power 94.6. No warnings, everything's looking okay. Centre tank fuel is now critical. It's 0. It's reading 0. So we start a rotation. Caution light, fuel, and see the throttles immediately move. It's armed, but your FMA is not in toga. Yeah, I can see that. Like, see down here at the bottom, see the throttles in the bottom right hand corner? As soon as that fuel light came on, but I don't think it was the fuel light. And there's me panicking now like a muppet. So the fuel is just giving us a false read. It wasn't the fuel. This is a power setting. Why did I have my centre tanks on? There was fuel in the centre tanks. And I got a fuel configuration light until prior to that. So there was a little bit of fuel in the centre tanks. Like, it was an instant spool back. No, the fuel indication isn't a false read. So, but you can't stall this. The other tanks were turned on, like the other pumps are turned on as well. You know what I mean? So look, I'm now trying to push the throttle, won't work. Turn off the fuel pumps. Now I'm like, still doesn't work. Then I disengage the auto throttle. You see the auto throttle come off. And now I have power back. You don't need to have the centre tanks on. It should, yeah, no, it should scavenge. Yeah. Lack of power setting, so. But that's a hell of a quirk to have with this plane. Think about it. Like, the pilot, like, granted, okay, if there's a button you need to press, but like, your instinct is going to be like, right, throttle forward, and then suddenly they automatically throttle back. You know, it's not the fuel light. You went up and shifted the last bits of fuel. In that instance, you would leave the fuel tanks alone until clean and stable. Right, so the fuel means nothing. The other tanks were automatic. That's fair enough. You need to do some reading up on it. Interesting, and you know, mad development. Has anyone come across that before? I'll have to test this now again. By not arming Toga and going for full power on takeoff with an auto throttle, why does it derate? Why does it drop the throttle back? I didn't even get up to my assigned speed. Read the book? Surely you jest. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting though. The joys of flight sim. That's where you get away with doing stupid shit and not end up in a mess. But that's very interesting because I've never seen that happen. Who would know the answer to that? 737 MAX throttle reduces when not in toga, yet full throttle and AT turned on with target airspeed of 200 knots. Right after rotation, throttle spooled back. Are you ready now? We're sitting down for this. So AI reckons... What was that beep? It's a standard Boeing safety and noise abatement feature, not a bug. The sequence of events you're experiencing can be broken down. Thrust reduction altitude. After takeoff, as the aircraft climbs through 800 feet, the auto throttle automatically commands the engines to reduce power from maximum takeoff to a standard climb. No, but that's not right. I didn't derate them. Pitch and speed. Because you have a target speed of 200 knots set in the mode, pitching the aircraft up to a climb causes no. Target airspeed discrepancy, no. No, that's not right. Mr. Anderson says, I think the 777 has a checklist for the minimum amount of fuel required in the center tank. Fuel starvation can occur. But if fuel starvation occurred, it wouldn't throttle back. Do you know what I mean? Crazy man. Crazy man. Asked V1, yeah, he'd know. Murph Manuals, are you mad? Colonel Fork is here, good to see you. Jesus, lads, this is a great one now for the old thinking, isn't it? Naughty Gnome is probably trying to open the pages of the book with his toes while he's flying. It wasn't fuel depletion though, the throttles moved back, that was the clue. Yeah. Did they move back even with the speed assigned? I think they did. Hang on. Did they move back with the speed assigned? I think they did, lads. Right, so we're barreling down the runway again. Hi man, I didn't have any thrust reduction. I didn't derate at all. We gave it full power. I don't mind the engines. I'm on page 1134 at the moment. Engine out value. Maybe. Let's just look at the series of events here, right? Looking at our main screen. Auto throttle is armed. 200 is in the box, right? Takeoff mode is green, or at least it's armed, right? Center tank is now a problem. That's reading 0. We hit a rotation speed. We start lifting. Immediately, the fuel light, and then immediately she throttles back. Now have a look. The green marker is still on where the power should be, but the engines can't get there. So, my response probably shouldn't have to be in the fuel tanks, right? I'm now saying, I've no power in the airplane. I disengage the auto throttle, and then I bring my throttles back up manually. No, there is a mode. Takeoff mode is engaged. TO is engaged. So even though it was armed or engaged, but even if it wasn't engaged, I still don't understand how your throttle... how would you move back? Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just, like, you know, madness. Clem found me issue. Come on, Clem. It's an engine rating, not a auto throttle. Oh, engine rating is 94. You've worked it out in voice chat. Hang on, we'll come into voice chat. This is going to be fascinating now. Hang on now, we listen in. We tie in with the lads on voice chat.
What a muppet.
Hello.
Huh?
Muppet.
Is there someone on the runway? I'm just about to take off. Ah, Jesus. Evening, man.
Okay, so do you want the rundown of what happened?
Yeah, just be gentle though, will you?
Okay, if you look back on the stream,
yes.
When you initiate your takeoff roll, you just went full power. You didn't activate toga. Okay?
Yeah.
Until there, everything's fine. But the problem is you have VS engaged.
Yes.
If you look back. So if you look back in your VS window, you most likely had a negative value in it, meaning the airplane, well, there must be a value of some sort in it, because what happened is the airplane, once the weight on wheel is released, so you have no more weight on the wheels, the airplane thinks it's flying. You have a negative VS value, so the airplane wants to descend, and what Boeing does when it wants to descend, what all airplanes do, is they go back to idle flight idle. And if you look at your FMA, the second you take off, it goes into VS, retards, and your engine spool down.
Okay, but...
I don't think you would ever depart like that in VS mode.
No,
never. That's why you press toga, because toga overrides any MCP mode selected and sets your airplanes to take off in both lateral and vertical mode, which means you'll have pitch and lateral guidance.
Sure, but lads, the autopilot was not engaged. It's not like Airbus. I can arm everything on the Boeing.
Yeah, but that doesn't work with VS. Once VS is selected, the plane will descend or will climb, whatever mode you have engaged. That's engaging it.
What, hitting VS?
But you had your auto throttle engaged as well. That's what did it.
Okay, hang on. If I turn off my autopilot now, right? So autopilot is off, and I say VS mode, and I want to go up to, let's see, I want to go down to 36, right? And I'm going to scroll down VS.
It's bringing the throttles back.
Yeah, look, engines are spooling down.
They're spooling down to maintain the speed, 0.788, because I'm descending.
Yeah, and your speed would have been...
Yeah, because you're descending.
No. But look at my descent, right? If I go into a plus figure, my point is, lads, that mode... It's not active because the autopilot is off. VS does not override the autopilot on the Max. Autopilot command has to be engaged for these buttons to work. 100%. 100%. So I've now put it into a plus 1800 climb. You're seeing the throttles move back because 0.788 max speed is my assigned, and I was breaking through it. You'll see now the speed... If I were to put this into a climb, you're going to, like, manually, right? I'm not even going to touch the autopilot. I'm putting the aircraft now back into a climb. The throttles will start moving back forward because the auto throttle is armed and active. That's trying to maintain 788. So it ain't, it's not the, it's not vertical speed.
You also have, look, if you zoom in on your auto throttle, you have the speed selected, which you did not have on your takeoff. Zoom in on your MCP and you'll see there's the auto throttle switch, but there's N1 and speed.
Yes.
If you untick speed, which was not armed on your takeoff, and see what happens.
Well, then the auto throttle doesn't know what to do. It's not going to hunt anything. It's manual, but it's not going to derate. That shouldn't derate.
No, because you're not because the plane doesn't think you're going in a descent. Put your VS to a negative value.
With the speed off.
Yes. You see, and it's back on. Yeah. Okay.
Put it to 0 for the minute.
The FMA went to arm.
Hang on out. So its speed is looking for 788. No, VS is having no impact here because the plane is just the pitch is responding to the speed. It 100% is not the VS. 100%. I can set this to I can set this to like minus 5,000 of a descent. It'll never get down there because VS is not overriding that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but that's the only thing that's the events are literally VS is armed, which should never be armed on the takeoff, and then your FM. Why not?
VS activated, engaged on takeoff will completely throw everything out of whack, Murph. You're going to confuse your autothrottle and your autopilot.
Sure, but what I'm saying is you can arm it, you just don't need to have it activated. It's no different than a speed bug, it's no different than a heading bug or your altitude. It's just armed. It's only when you engage. But it's only armed. It's only when you hit engage command on the autopilot does it actually kick into effect. But it does nothing unless it's done. It's on.
The VS will control your FD, your flight director.
No, but your flight director does nothing unless the autopilot is activated.
Absolutely not. You can have LNAV, VNAV armed, autopilot's off. It will still follow a vertical natural profile and hand fly it.
No. The Boeing won't.
Yes. It will. Try your descent, okay? When you reach top of descent, turn off autopilot, put LNAV VNAV on, and let's see if your FDs move, okay?
The FD will move, but the plane won't follow it.
But that's not the question.
No, it is. Because I didn't have the autopilot active. Do you get me? If the autopilot was engaged, no hassle at all. I totally understand it. The autopilot wasn't engaged. Therefore, whatever is on the screen, it doesn't matter because it's not engaged. Do you get me? So I can disengage the autopilot, but leave LNAV and VNAV on. Of course, I'll get the markers from the flight director, just as I'll get speed, just like I get altitude and vertical speed. But the point I'm making is the aircraft has no servos engaged to follow that profile. Do you get me? So like what I'm saying,
it has the auto throttle engaged.
Yes,
it has auto throttle engaged. Correct. So all it can do is maintain that speed.
No, all it can do is adjust the auto throttle for what the airplane thinks you want it to do. And in that case, during your takeoff, it wasn't climb and stay straight. It was VS.
No, but what
your auto throttle went to retard, which is flight idle, basically cut all power. And you'll see when you reach top of descent, that's what the FMA will say once you start your descent, is idle or retard. Sorry.
No, but okay. So we're at top of climb here now, right?
Top of descent is the important part.
Well, I'm nowhere near top of descent. I'm at top of climb.
I know. I'm just telling you, watch out for whenever you reach. See how now at the moment you have FMC speeds, which is maintaining VNAV speeds. And you'll see once you reach top of descent, it will go to idle, which is exactly the same thing it did to you on takeoff, which is not normal. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're getting at, but that still shouldn't activate, Clem. Because it wasn't.
No, I completely agree. It should not activate if you fly the plane correctly, which you did not do.
But if you have, let's say, for example, right, for that to work, like I had an altitude popped in of 18,000 feet, right? I had a speed put in for 200 knots.
Yes.
And the auto throttle was armed, but it wasn't in any particular speed mode, which I think that's where the issue is, because. Well, it's not, because the auto throttle shouldn't have engaged unless I'm putting in, do I want N1 or do I want speed? Would it?
That I do not know how the Boeing logic works behind that, so I cannot comment on it. But the reason you press toga button is usually to set your FDs in the takeoff mode, which will give you runway heading plus a certain degrees of pitch for takeoff. And also arms N1, which gives you maximum power available based on your D-rate.
In which
the thing is,
I wasn't D-rating.
No, but D-rating just means maximum power less a certain amount, whatever. It doesn't matter. The thing is, you didn't do what you should have done.
No, I disagree. I think there's something else at play. There's a reason as to think about it. The throttle's coming back, right? So put it this way: if I had it in speed, if I had it in N1, if I had it in whatchamacallit, if I had it at altitude, if I had it on even VNAV, right? Unless a certain target is going to be met or satisfied by the autopilot, to my understanding, and this is what I need to figure out, there's no reason in my head as to why your throttles would come back to idle.
I completely agree with you on that. The thing is, what we need to figure out is why it went to retard. So the thing is, you should have had TOGA enabled, and none of these issues would have happened because the airplane would have known what it's supposed to do. The thing here is, for me at least, is really once you took off, weight on wheels wasn't there anymore, so it's then now thinking I'm flying. And the thing is, it's going to read whatever you told it to do in the MCP. And the only thing you had activated was VS.
But it wasn't activated, it was just armed. The command...
Yeah, but you had no FD modes activated, so it must have done something.
But it can't. That's my point. VS, any of these buttons on our MCP, level change, heading, approach mode, none of them actually work unless you have the autopilot engaged, be it on channel A or channel B.
They do. Because they control your flight director. And your command follows your flight director.
Yeah, but...
That's the thing you don't seem to be able to understand.
No, I do. But if I don't have command enabled, it doesn't do it. The instruments will show you what you should be doing, but the plane won't do it. Do you get me?
Yes. Yeah, we agree on that. But the thing is, your issue is auto throttle at the moment.
But your auto throttle, unless you have command activated, isn't going to follow what VS wants.
No, auto throttle is independent of your other modes.
Yeah, because once auto throttle...
You're also... Yes.
You have N1 or you have speed. That's what your auto throttle will do. And then it'll tie you into your VNAV. But if I set auto throttle at 200 knots, right, and I don't select N1 or speed...
it won't do anything.
Correct. Right? Correct. So, so my point is, none of them were selected. Command was not selected. I had manual use of the throttle forward, and as soon as I rotated, it throttled back, and I couldn't move it until I disengaged the auto throttle. So why did it go to idle? Because there was nothing set, nothing was active. Do you get me?
Yeah, I agree. But the thing is, your FMA, once you rotated, went to retard, which controls the auto throttle to go to idle.
Yes.
That's the thing. So that's what happened. You rotated, for whatever reason, your plane decided, oh, well, retard, time to idle the throttle.
I agree. And we're trying to figure out why did the plane decide to do that?
Yes.
But it's not really designed to take off with no things enabled on the...
Yes, also.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
But you're meant to...
It's certainly not designed to depart on VS, that's for sure.
No, but
we know that much.
But she wasn't like that. It was armed, Dougal. Do you know, I wasn't taking off with VS. You know, it wasn't active. Do you get me? There's no refunds. You can check off. The views aren't getting in the chat. VS is handy if you want to say, right, I want to climb sharpish and override what my flight plan VNAV is going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't, like, in my mind, you can rotate, put it straight into VS, and then as the speed starts to drop, then you lock in your speed. You do that in like smaller jets.
You could,
GA.
but you never would. You could, Murph, but you never would. You won't see a pilot. You won't see a 7.3 pilot ever doing that.
I reckon I'll find one. He'd be from Ireland as well, I'd say. No, look, it's gas, right? So and just to be very clear on this, I very much appreciate the feedback on it. Like, this isn't an argument in any way, shape, or form. This is...
Oh, no, absolutely.
Do you know, this is challenging someone's understanding or opinion based on what happened. So, like, there's no sweat. Like, my point is, none of the buttons on this gadget here, none of these, except for auto throttle, but none of these can do absolutely anything unless the autopilot channel is engaged.
Can I?
Well,
just
yes and
jump
no,
in
but
very quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been sitting reading the manual and
right.
looking at what your thing is. So, I think it was to do with the V speed, as Clem has said, because when we took off, V speed changed to engaged versus armed. On your FMA, it goes into a green box, which means it has been actively engaged. Rather than armed. If it was armed, it would be white and text at the bottom of the box. It's green at the top of the box, which means it is active. So I think that is what.
And it'll do that without being told.
I'm still reading, but I think that is what it is.
Okay, so here we are. This is like seconds before disaster. VS mode is green, but command is not engaged, right?
No, but look at the important thing you want to look at is your
FMA.
FMA.
On the PFD.
So you have armed in white, okay, which is auto throttle armed, and you have nothing armed or selected on your vertical and horizontal navigation. Once you take off and weight on wheels disappears, see, your VS activates. So that means the airplane is now reading what you told it to do in the VS. So it's not armed, it's active because the button is pushed in. And the value on it must be negative or 0. And the airplane thinks, okay, I'm going to hold this altitude or I'm going to descend, which then triggers the auto throttle to go to idle because it thinks it wants to descend.
I hear what you're saying. So we got to put this back to a bug because unless I press something I didn't mean to.
It's not a bug.
Look, vertical speed is at plus 2,500. Plus 2,500. That's not a negative. That's plus 2,500. So if
what happens to that when wheels up when you're off the ground?
I don't have the camera on it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
But why would that move?
You activate because I think you activate VS then select speed. So when you select VS, it goes back to 0. So when the arm mode, when it goes from armed to active,
it resets it.
It resets to 0. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, presumably speed mode will override VS, right?
Sorry, what did you say?
With speed mode,
I think speed will override VS. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for a stall.
Yes, because they're both vertical modes.
Yeah.
So
that 2,500, I bet reset.
Yeah.
Well, you should be able to see it.
I can't see it on this. Well, unless I start panicking. Hang on.
No, but you can see it on on your PFD. It stays at 2,500.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see the.
I can see the magenta line.
Purple. The purple bug.
So that's not it. It's still at plus 2,500.
Okay.
So is that then? Is that a feature or is that a bug? Right.
I'll keep reading the manual.
Yeah.
What you can do is you can try it again when you're taking off next time.
Yes, Larry. Yes. But you're right, because it's gas. Like, this has never happened. And I know what everyone, like, I 100% take that on board. Like, what are you trying to do taking off with fucking V-speed armed? You don't need V-speed. Fly the plane like it's supposed to be flown and you just won't have these issues. Yeah, I get that. However, because I'm a Muppet, right, I tend to leave these things here because I like to try and hand fly it as much as I can. And then, oh, Jesus, I need to correct that. But yeah, it doesn't go back to the case of we know how the plane derated. We know why it throttled back. We've identified that. Weight off the wheels. VS, which was white arm, became green arm.
No, it wasn't armed and engaged itself.
Yes, but it was still at plus 2,500, which is very strange. The auto throttle was still armed, but didn't have anything set other than speed, as in the speed box, but I didn't engage N1 or speed. And then we just got a retard.
So, I don't know about the VS, why it didn't. I mean, it stayed at 2,500, but something must have triggered it that didn't like, because if you look at if you continue looking at the takeoff, your FMA goes from arm on the auto throttle to retard and then goes back to arm. So at that point, the plane is like, I'm just going to stay in the last setting I have. And then I think it's probably an issue between the sim reading your throttle position and whatnot.
And somewhat off topic, but just curious, why do you set 200 knots for your speed on takeoff?
Old habits. So I always, and so the reason why I do it, I was told many moons ago by he flew with friggin' Ryanair. That's just always what they did. They'd always set 200 because they knew their V speeds were going to be called out, but by the time they want to accelerate through it, they always kept around 200, 210 knots. For it was a particular procedure out of Dublin because they couldn't go much faster than 210.
I was always taught it was engine out climb speed.
At 200?
Well, no, your V2 speed is your engine out climb speed, so you should be setting it to whatever your V2 calculation is on your performance settings.
Yep.
I guess it's one less thing to worry about if you've got it set to 200, but yeah.
I wonder, is it to do with the auto brake setting? Rejected takeoff? No?
No, but hang on. If it's
because you wheels up.
If your speed is set to V2 on the MCP, and you've got LNAV and VNAV armed, it just cancels out anyway once VNAV is armed.
Yeah, once VNAV arms.
Correct, but you wouldn't VNAV on takeoff.
It depends. I think it depends.
Yeah,
because
a lot of operators don't do it. They'll do it after a period of time, but through takeoff they will have V2 set in specifically to account for the engine out procedure.
Yeah, no, you're right on that.
This is like a court of inquiry needs to be raised here because VS goes green. The fuel warning is just flying chickens. That's a distraction.
That's incidental. Ignore that.
Yeah. But you can see that the auto throttle mode is now shouting retard. And
because VS armed itself. Activated itself.
But it didn't really, because the plane... No, I know, but listen, it didn't properly because nowhere in this climb out did it even try to get up to the 2500 I had set. So it couldn't have activated as in... It activated on the PFD all right, but it didn't activate in the sense of the autopilot followed it. Do you get me?
It did. Look at your FD. It moves.
No, but the plane isn't. The FD is moving, but the plane is not following it. Do you get me?
Because you're hand flying it. That's what you explained to me half an hour ago.
Yeah, but it still doesn't explain as to why the shagging thing would retard. That makes no sense.
It's
just as a very quick interjection, Murph. Keep an eye on your top of descent.
Good man.
Andrew, what's your speed, Andrew?
I missed.
I am currently doing 0.68.
Okay.
All in all, Murph, next time, fly the plane how you should be.
Yeah, understood, Clem. Very good. Jesus.
Why are you doing 0.68, Andrew?
Yeah, let's have a go with Andrew now. Yeah, what are you doing? I think you knew what you're doing.
I'm doing 250 knots on the descent. I'll speed up.
Murphy,
no, I'll throw the boards out.
Yeah.
It's alright, I'm speeding up.
I don't know why some of the comments in the chat are just absolutely brilliant.
It's normally Murph that does that comes in to approach at about 100 knots.
Yeah, that would be mean.
I think
nice
it's the cost
slow.
index that Simbrief gave.
I'd like to be in control. And when I tried to be in control, look what happened. This is brilliant,
It's great. It's how we all learn, right?
But this is the thing. This has never happened before. And hence I'm in total, what in the name of, do you know what I mean? But yeah,
the question is, has Murph learned?
Here's something for you. Why am I 100 feet above my assigned altitude and it's in LNAV and VNAV and I've 36? Like, what? Do the maths there, lads.
I think that was when you were fiddling around.
I was going to say, when you fiddled around, you must have put 36,100 and just went there and stayed there.
Yeah, but I can't even reselect it.
Do you know what? This must be one of the only arrivals I know.
Intervene.
that's got 17,000 for the whole arrival.
Jesus.
Wait, what the hell?
Right,
wait, what? 10,000? Oh shit.
17. 17.
Yeah, no, but 10,000 is the intercept altitude for the ILS, and a miles under it.
I wouldn't have made that mistake, Clem, for crying out loud. You call yourself a pilot or something? What?
Officially from today.
Wait, did you pass out today?
Yep.
As in ATPL?
Yep.
Jesus,
So
good
we
man,
got new babies and new pilots. How about that?
Who's the new baby?
Have a look at the pictures. Rambog.
Where'd you put them?
VATSIM Thursday.
Jesus,
VATSIM
Ranbog.
Thursday chat.
I suppose we'd have to allow him for missing tonight, you know, on behalf, you know, if he had a child, like.
Well, we'll give him one night off, eh?
Yeah, just the one night, yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Evening, Cyrus. Jesus, the noise. Rambog.
That's worse than one of Scott's entries.
Right. Rambog, massive congratulations. But also, Clem, massive congratulations. So that's what, ATPL frozen, I suppose, and then it's airliner work.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah. ATPL theory done, and now just flying parts.
Is there hours behind that, as in...
Yes.
And does your cert show the hours? Like, does it say something like ATPL? Oh, no, that's only for the flying part, so it'll be ATPL.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
The ATPL is the license, so the paper, and then you get the ratings added to the license.
Yes. Gotcha.
Murph, did you know Drischel? You know, he's away in Spain training.
Oh, is he?
I don't know if we're allowed to say what airline, but yeah, one of the big ones.
Yeah, well, if it's over in Spain, is it in kind of, what's it called? Jerez? Yeah. Yeah, there's only about 3 of them that go out there, so that's pretty cool.
He's a good lad, is Drish. Nice fella.
No, it's fantastic stuff. And Clem, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
Just spend a bit more time with the Boeing Max, though, will you?
Me?
Brilliant. You need to learn it, you know. To think I'd be wrong, I mean, that would just never happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't need an ATPL to tell me that I'm right.
Nope.
Oh, brilliant. So when does your flying start? The actual flying?
Well, I need to do time building first, but I'm forced to not fly for a whole month coming next week because I'm having eye surgery.
Oh, okay.
Clem, you're gonna crash in an Avianca coming from the right.
What?
Who cares? He has an ATPL. Look, he'll know how to avoid me.
He's not in a Max, is he? Having a bit of problems with that dodgy VS takeoff mode, no?
320.
All right, okay. Right, lads, I'll leave you be because we're going to get busy now for our pro. So it's down to 17, I think. So we're going to descend this puppy here now. So best of luck with the landings, and we'll see you on the other side. Last one in has to pay for the beers.
Yeah.
Larry, how's that 7-4 going?
Brilliant.
Are you next
Better
plane?
than your flight, anyway.
Are you next plane?
No.
Jesus, you're using the mic. Oh, Jesus. Right. Well, good luck. Best of luck, lads. We'll see you in a few.
See ya.
Look.
Bye.
And you lot, come here now. Right, the fucking abuse I was getting. You know, Murphy just won't admit he's wrong. There's certain things I'll say in my head that make sense. And I know what the lads are getting at. Of course I do. But my brain doesn't understand the logic of why would it retard. If you're in manual mode, why is it... even though the auto throttle is armed, but if there's no mode switch on it, it's just something to be aware of course, but I can't wrap my head around it. Do you know what I mean? Right, down to go... what are we saying? 21,000? And traffic, Firefly 235. We are approaching OREGA. Currently at flight level 360. Descending now down to flight level 210. Traffic. Push us down the hill, please. VNAV path is set. And our descent has started. The agent is asking why it won't retard. Right. What you talking about, Murph? The version of the Max you're on, the iFly manager is showing an update. Ooh, interesting. And that's supposed to surprise us. You sound like you're missing. No, but does anyone else understand completely what happened? I'm lost. We need to ask someone. Manny Max pilots. V1 flew these, didn't he? Yeah. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Seconds from disaster, we nearly made a complete mess of it. What happened? I wasn't there. So Moose, without having command engaged with the autopilot, auto throttle was armed, but I had no mode selected. On rotation, as soon as I went wheels up, VS went from arm white to green, and then my throttle's retarded for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And I had 200 set in my speed and plus 2500 in my VS, but I didn't have the autopilot engaged. Do you know? He went from wheels up to being balls up, right? I'd love to know if it's an actual thing, if it's a real thing with the aircraft. Brilliant, because then we've learned it. If it's a bug, it'd be great to hear. Yeah, it was a bug. It's since been fixed. Do you know what I mean? It's one or the other. But either way, like that has never happened before, ever, which is very interesting. So we've started our descent. We're going to be heading down to flight level 210.
Can I get a refund?
And we've got about 44 miles of that. Then it's down to 17,000 until we kind of bring it in. The update was to fix the Murph issue. Had you activated Toga? I did not activate Toga, and I manually pushed the throttles forward. Moose is going to know the crack here. Some say he built the Max. So I didn't. He thinks he's right. Who thinks he's right? Me? I don't. I'm. Ooh. Valbro, good to see you. Yeah, get the virtual NTSB involved. Yeah. No matter what happened, Murph is right. Mr. TPHI, you are back in the will. Brilliant. Now, how are we getting on here with our descent profile? She's alright-ish. Between 260 and 210. Interesting. Brillar, good to see you, bud. Right, we'll keep an eye on this as we descend here now. There's a bit of space between us and the aircraft ahead of us, so at the moment I think we're grand. It happened on gear retraction or flap retraction or something else. It happened on rotation. Didn't touch the gear, didn't touch the flaps. Madness. Absolute madness, we say. But look how good this new livery is. Absolutely gorgeous. What a machine. And, you know, things associated to it. Do you remember watching like Unsolved Mysteries? You know, Mustafa's coming in now to play the part of your man who wore the trench coat. Do you remember? We're going to find out what happened to this. Coming up next, after these short messages. You know, Robert Stack, was that him? Wasn't he in Airplane as well? He played the part of your man with the face. We're going to find out what happened to Murphy that day. What the plane nearly, made him do the wrong thing. Any minute now, Mustafa's going to come in with information that will explain. He will solve this unsolved mystery tonight. Right? Brilliant. We need to bring back that TV show. I'm just saying. Right, we need to be flight level 210 at Gerba, and now it's going to be down to 17 after that. Down the hill we go. And check our spacing. So our VATSIM radar, we're here. Max 270 on conversion, and then we follow the lads in. There's a bit of a gap, but we should be alright. We should be alright. Famous last words, right? Oh, Jesus. You've all sorts of fun with the Max. First the car park, now this. Did I put the Max in the car park? I thought that was the Airbus. Was that the Max, was it? Limbics is here. Good to see you, the Limbics. Oh, it's a 100% perfect flight. 100%. Dodgy takeoff now. We almost, ended up in a terrible bit. But apart from that, it's been tickety-boo, Oh, Jesus. Right, so far, so good, we hope. Don't ask how it's going. Yeah, the Airbus was the Vancouver incident. I like the way, yeah. Oh. Did Wing Control get the Max figured out? Mark, no, it didn't. I had to figure it out another way. Wait, that's what caused the issue, lads. Yeah, it was the file for the hardware. You're right. Mark, hope you're well, bud. It was almost an MD-80 departure. Yeah. Right. Brilliant. Listen, I do the stupid stuff so you don't have to. I thought that's how we roll here. As I need to clean my monitor. There's a tiny speck of... It's like that scene out of Father Ted. There's like a tiny speck of dirt on my monitor. The hotfix is ready. Start your right flight manager. Prompt you to update. Plug-in optimizations, plug-in memory leak has been fixed, and so on. Ah, nice. Nice. Right, 21,000 feet, down to 17 next. Max speed is 270 as we ramble into this, lads. And we need to get ourselves down to about 250 knots. It's doing it. Now, ILS frequencies need to be dialed in. 110.7. 1107. Up. And 1107. Up. Course is going to be 135. Decision height refer to minimums. 8580. Jesus. 8580. That's high up the road, isn't it? Yeah, we'll have to do something over at X-Plane at some stage. I haven't touched X-Plane in ages. So yes is the short answer. What did you say this was? 8580. Oh no, Betsy. Jesus. You can do it. 8580. Okay, auto brake will be set for 2. And as we continue our descend, we'll keep an eye on what we're doing here on our arrival. As for other aircraft in our MIST, we're probably too far away. We're still on 1228, lads, aren't we? I think so. Alright, Shane, talk us through our arrival procedure, please.
You'll need to turn on ATC if you want me to do anything for you.
Yeah, balls. I have an AB6 and MTQ. Windwing is way its way to me currently. Any tips on setup? Oh, it's on its way to you. Any tips on setup? AB6, plug and play. There's profiles you can grab. The MTQ. What one is the MTQ? Is that the smaller one? Is that one of them? Again, it's all... Jesus. Again, it's all fairly straightforward. The Moses software is very good. Do you know? That's from last week. Ah, from last week. Okay. Right, local barrow. Is this weather? Right. We're getting 2992, lads. Is that correct? It is. Must be. Now, have we a disco? Oh, we're looking okay. She wants a little bit of drag required. There's 17,000. And we stay on this until... mandatory is going to be 13,000. We'll set that up now. And that's when we're going to expect to hit what we need to hit. Range. So our constraints are already there. We can see all that, so we should be grand. Can you tighten the D-dent on the throttles? Yes. You can make them very, very tight. Speed brake doing strange things. Did you do that? I did that. Yes. It's grand, naughty. We're all right. We're fine. We'll turn these on now so we don't need to worry about them later. That's a very good idea. Alright, speed is 250. And we maintain 250 all the way down to Amvi at 230 knots. Alright. I'm not too worried about the weather. Green cells, we'll go terrain mode. Because this will start getting very lively very soon, I'd say. The meter for here shows an altimeter of 3030. 2980. Alright, we'll keep an eye on it as we get closer. All right. Diddly-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. This is how it's looking. We're here. There's Dougal. And there's Naughty. Bart is down. We have Iceman. And we have Larry. And I think Clem is already on the ground. All is well in the realm. 2979, 25 knots of wind. Speed 250. Very pretty. Okie dokie. Do we have the other speed restriction in there? We do. Yeah, 230 at 13. And then we're down to 12. Alright. Tajo, welcome in. Alright, keep the terrain map on. If anything, and we said this, the whole process would have been avoided by engaging toga mode. The strobes are not on. Ah, they are, Larry. It's an LOD thing. Your flight boards in 15 minutes leaving Europe for America. I'm at Frankfurt International, heading back on Lufthansa 747 in first class. Jesus, can I get a birthday shout out? It's on July 6th. We'll see. Happy birthday to you, buddy. And dude, that just sounds like an awesome trip. And your first class on a friggin' 7-4. That's going to be gorgeous. For me, Toga is a habit now. You got bound to your Blackbird 737 set? Yeah, yeah. Silver, welcome in, bud. All right. I'm not hearing anything on the radios. Does Colombia operate on... What's the command for CTAF? CTAF and the ICAO code, isn't it? Or is it .CTAF? No CTAF. So it's 1228, okay. Yeah, I don't think they do it. Yeah, yeah. I'm curious if the aircraft programming in the sim was confused by you having auto throttle on but not in speed mode, either N1 speed or VNAV, and thus once the wheels left the ground, it interpreted it as a flare and sent the engines into retard. I was thinking that because we were set to reject a takeoff, but I'm unsure. .CTAF. Thanks, Sim Pilot. Yeah, I'm not sure now. I am not sure at all. Traffic, Firefly 235. We're approaching Noro 4 on the GUR 5 Echo arrival for the ILS runway 14. Traffic. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Moose. The Zebo isn't even letting you engage VS on the ground. It's an interesting one anyway, isn't it? The important thing is we didn't, like, you know, end up in the forest. Doing some testing with Zebo and X-Plane. As it stands, the plane refuses to arm VS on the ground and it goes straight to level change. I so far haven't found any reference to why it would do that, so I'm thinking it's a bug. In the real aircraft, it should do auto retard. It should not do auto retard unless you're in dual land, but maybe the way they programmed it, you fooled it. You almost called Moose Muse. I'm living rent free in your head, Merv. Muse, shag off. Muse and Moose. Muse. No, the Zebo is not a Max. No, it's an NG. This could be very Max related. You can try it in an NG, but I don't know. Right. 67-110. Uh, 2026. 153. Somehow VS was armed on the ground too, so that is interesting. Yeah. I'll feel like a complete lesser idiot if it's a bug. But either way, I'm very interested to know how it turns out, you know? Alright, she's rambling in. So far, so good. Now, she started to descend us here now, but that makes sense. Because it's on its VNAV profile. Or its path. Post in the iFly Discord and stand by for incoming ride. Excuse me, I did this and I think our plane is broken. Unleash them. They'll be all over me. You're a disgrace. You shouldn't be flying. Leave that to the other people who are more qualified than you. You should be, you know, go back and read books and YouTube videos. Leave the bigger planes to us. Yeah, okay. They'd be grand. Jesus, look at the clouds here. This is brilliant. Yeah, Strata just can't do this. I don't care about accuracy. This just looks prettier, so we're using this. That's gorgeous looking. Isn't it? Look at the state. Right. 230 is what we need to slow it down till. I have a little decel marker up here. Leave it in V, Nav. But they wouldn't be wrong though. Not at all. No, they'd be right. But still, you know. Never accept defeat. Even when you're wrong, you're still kind of right. Do you know? Easy now. Uh, 1-4 right. Ah, yes. Don't let the missus hear you say that. Yep. Final approach speed did seem fairly low, didn't it? So it's going to be 13,000 and then 12. And then 8 as we hopefully intercept and hit the glide. It's very pretty looking, isn't it? Oh, yes. Many things, Scott. Many things. Do you know? I do like the Max though. This is a superb aircraft. And I love that we have our Firefly Air livery. Absolutely friggin' gorgeous, isn't it? 'Tis magnifique. Okay, decel is coming up. She's going to drop down to 230. It might require a little bit of drag. Let's see what happens. Super aircraft minus the bugs. I'm not sure if it was a bug. 13,000 to go. Just about to hit decel. That speed is going to drop now to 230 knots. Retard. It's telling us to retard. Auto throttle. Now it says arm. That's interesting. Shouldn't that be following the constraint? It is now. That's weird, I didn't hear any ATC. Let's find out what happens next. 230 set. Gonna go speed mode. Easy now. Mike. Coming on down. You have the localizer. Not your flaps. What's the distance in? Bogotá, Firefly 235, 20 miles on the ILS 14 right arrival, descending via the ILS traffic. There's a bug report on the iFly Discord about someone having the same issue. Auto throttle goes idle on rotate. It's a bug. Excellent. It is a bug. We'll take it. Jesus, visibility is going to be low here, isn't it? What happened there, Chief? Wait, where did that go off?
Bogotá traffic, Firefly 32 Whiskey is clear of runway 14.
Thank you, Dougal. Get back on or else get back on the glide. Slow it right down, Murph. Little high. Coming back. All right, we'll fly this ourselves. Easy now, you muppet. Easy. Get on the glide, you muppet. Bogotá, Firefly 235, 5 mile final, runway 14 right, full stop, Bogotá.
2500.
Get the glide. And we're back on the glide. Watch the speed. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Keep her going. Flaps 30. Alright. That was interesting to say the least. Febro, good to see you. All right. Spoilers armed.
1000.
Approaching 14 right. Approaching runway 14 right. Caution, caution.
That's 7 knots.
Approaching minimums.
Keep her going.
Minimums.
Continue. Little bit unstable, but we'll fix it.
400.
Easy.
300. 200.
It's about 13 knots on the nose.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Dreamy, sleepy,
20.
nighty, snoozy, snooze.
The timing is always
10. 5.
touchdown. Watch the nose. Spoilers. Reversers. Decel. 80 knots. Reversers. Stowed. Spoilers in.
Speed brake.
Manual braking. Why does that button keep changing views, I wonder? Alright.
For your safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened and mobile phone powered off until the seatbelt sign is off.
And Bogotá traffic. Firefly 235 vacated the runway onto Kilo 5, Bogotá. Alright. Welcome to Bogotá. APU coming up. Landing lights off. Strobes off. And APU on. Right. Must have been a random bug indeed. I just recreated your takeoff. VS did activate on liftoff, but the auto throttle stayed in arm. Interesting. Stu Snape, you're timing. You're timing. Right, continue in. We'll hang an out right here and park down by the lads. Don Waldy, good to see you. Don't forget Toga and your vertical speed. That's interesting now if you're trying to replicate it and it's not doing the same thing. It's interesting, isn't it? All of that could have been avoided by activating Toga. Yeah, that's what the lads are saying. Yeah. 100%. Alright, parking on 85. Wonder will the jetways work? They might do. Easy. Alrighty, parking brake. Set. Parking brake's on. We'll go to ground. APU is already running. APU gen's coming on. APU bleed. That's all looking good there. Runner turn off lights are fine. Engine's coming off.
Disarm and cross-check cabin doors.
Transponder off. Alright, alright. Good there. Good there. We do have a jetway. Lovely, we have a jetway. Excellent news. Doors, disarm, and open the left entry. Excellent. There we have it, lads. So what started off as a Jesus moment on takeoff, it was a nice little arrival into Bogotá. Beautiful. That's quite nice, quite nice. Cargo doors open. It's probably a good thing We're on Unicom. Who is that coming in? Santa Maria. There's a couple of aircraft knocking around. It doesn't have that aircraft on me VATSIM map. That's weird, isn't it? And I didn't hear him on the radio either. Who's your man, lads? Oh, wait now. Is that saying intentions? I imagine that's saying intentions traffic.
5503, attention 8 miles final for runway 14 right.
Yeah, it was Skynet. It was saying intentions. So this scenery is on like $4 or $5. It's nice, isn't it? I mean, it's basic, but like, it's better than the default, isn't it? Bogotá. Cool. Very cool. So we have Iceman coming in. Let's have a look. There's Iceman and there is Larry. Jesus, Larry had to do a bit of a hold maneuver, look. He's hot on the heels. 2 aircraft inbound. Deadly. So we'll keep the cameras here, right? We'll jump into the lads here now.
They'd use it.
Hello again.
Oh, hello.
Are we any wiser from my last incident now?
So we come to a conclusion.
Oh yes.
I think everybody agrees that it's both a skill issue and an aircraft issue.
What do you mean a skill?
Both.
It's a mix of both, right? Well, to be fair, I'll take it. I mean, if I get to share blame, that's better than taking all the blame, you know.
Yep. From what we're able to gather, VS should not be armable on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's the first issue. The retard should never happen, which is the second plane issue. And then there's the skill issue, that's you.
Clem, I love the way you kind of summarised that into, like, very simple to follow.
And said in that accent, there's nothing like it, right?
It's like putting your place, yeah, it's putting your place. But yeah, it's great that we got to the end, to the bottom of it, because, like, there's nothing the only thing I didn't do that I normally do was physically arm Toga. That was the only thing I didn't do. So I'm trying to think, the whole ordeal would have been bypassed had I have pressed Toga.
Yep.
Muse, he did blame you. You just missed it, mate.
Yeah, hang on. First time he didn't blame me for his mistakes. I didn't finish yet. And most importantly, it only happened because of Muse fan. It'd have been grand otherwise. But Muse was, so, what's the word? Insisting. And that's how we flew the Max. You know, he said, Murph, this is exactly how you fly the Max. Do you know? Iceman, nice landing, buddy. We're going to have Larry coming in now in a 7-4. That's going to look interesting. As I clean my screen. Dougal, come here. I meant to say that to you. You were looking for a screen cleaner. Did you see my message?
I did, yes. Thanks very much.
Dude,
yeah.
It's cheap and cheerful. It's excellent, man. Because a lot of the other ones leave kind of marks and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I got one as a Christmas present at some point, years and years ago, and I've been using that, and it's crap.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this stuff, whatever it is, it does everything. Glasses, screens, laptops, the whole lot. So it's called Duronic screen cleaner. You pick it up on Amazon. It's cheap, it's cheerful. Energizer says, to be fair, Murph, your excuse can be that you much prefer Airbus, so you're not used to pressing Toga.
Murph, what I want to know is if you were flying the Airbus, would it have called you a retard?
No, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. It would have said, great fella, genius. In fact,
Cargo lock 76 final, short final, runway 14 right.
Look at this mad devil coming in, look. Thinking he owns the place with his big massive plane. Man, it does nothing. I don't know. There's nothing better looking than a 747. Am I wrong?
No, I'm going to really miss them from the skies when they're gone, right?
Yeah. There's just, I mean, A380 or a 747. It's going to be a 74.
That looks sweet, doesn't it?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. One of these came into Dublin yesterday, I think.
Today, no?
Or was it today, was it?
I don't know. Keen, was it today or late yesterday?
He can't come to the phone right now. He's busy trying to land. Passed it earlier today. Oh, yeah, the Magma one. Yeah, Magma. Yeah, called Queen of the Skies for a reason. It's just beautiful. Mustafa, the aircraft you guys fly with World Flight, is that a 7.3 or a 7.4? Look at this. It's a 7.4. Oh, Jesus. Easy now. Handy, Larry. Go handy. Oh. Now, that's the default 7.4. Oh, look at this. Touchdown.
Floaty McFloat.
Ara still. Pretty cool looking, isn't it? Chris Brown is here. Good morning, buddy.
So, Murph, I've just done 2 takeoffs in the same configuration as you had in the Max, and I can't recreate your issue, so I am at a loss at the moment. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it was just, that was just a weirdness with a bug. Maybe hardware configuration, or maybe problem with hardware. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's certainly a strange one. You shouldn't be able to activate VS on the ground. It definitely does let you do that, so there's definitely a bug there. But I took off in VS mode, 2,500 feet, increase, set auto throttle on 200 knots, and it just carried on. It just kept going up, and it did activate VS mode, but it didn't do anything to the throttles.
Yeah.
You think it could be something with your wind wing?
I mean, it's showing me the correct. No, I don't think so, Scott, because it's showing me the correct enunciation of what's on inside in the cockpit as well. So there's nothing on my hardware that's different than what the plane was showing me. Do you know what I mean?
And they'd fixed everything with the problems they were having.
No, I think we're okay there. Oh, look, it's something to learn from, and I think we can all agree on the following: even to bypass that from potentially happening again, just use Toga, just arm Toga properly, and you just shouldn't have that issue.
Yes. Right. Fly the plane how it's built to be flown.
Yes, Clem, I'll do that. Sorry, Clem.
You do know he's now your CFI, right?
That's it now, yeah. Clem, now, Clem, with great responsibility comes great power, right? Yeah. How does this work? How does that work? But why does it do that, Clem? Why does it do that?
I don't have a type rating yet. Calm down.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Hopefully. If it was hardware related, it wouldn't have put the throttle to idle instantly. No, like the aircraft showed retard, and then the throttles, because our auto throttle was armed, it went into retard. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting one.
In real life, that would have been scary as sugar.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like.
It's also worth noting that when it did happen, you did do all the right things. You pointed the nose down, you jammed the throttles forwards, you flew the plane before anything else. So, you did handle the weirdness correctly.
Don't tell him that.
Hang on a second. I even turned up the volume so we could all hear it, right? That's naughty gnome absolutely positively moving his way back into the will. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. But no, but again, right, what can you do? It's an immediate action. And, like, in my mind, dual engine loss, you can't recover from that. I had nothing but trees in front of me. Airspeed was dropping off. Like, what do you do? Your initial thing is get the engine started back up again. And the engines were running. They didn't completely cut out, so you're not even worried about APU or any of that sort of jazz. But like a dual engine issue on takeoff, you're very limited. Like, it was getting very close to, oh look, my engine now has immediately died, and you'd never have seen what happened next, you know. But yeah, it was just one of those things. I did it on purpose, yeah, to test my skills and to make the flight entertaining. Yeah, that's what I did. Aged about 7 years. This is why tri-jets are better. Yeah, well, knowing my luck, the 3 jets on a tri-jet would have retarded back. You know what I mean? If it was a 747, the 4 of them would have came back. I'll try and replicate it at some stage. As I said, like, it's most unusual it did that. It never did it before. I never even noticed it doing it before. Ah, for crying out loud. Cyrus, you said you didn't put that in this plane. Jesus. Why does he have to do these things?
That's pretty cool. That's brilliant.
Jesus. Why does he do these things? There's Murphy. Yeah, chatting away. It's terrible, isn't it? Right.
Where's the missus when you need her?
Eyes forward. Eyes forward.
Eyes forward. Nothing to say. Eyes forward. Close your mouth. Brilliant.
You'd be surprised in those aircraft how many of the little opening things had girly pictures in them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, you can, and like the new pilot, you know, just have a look out the back there. Are we okay? That's brilliant. Yeah, Murphy was just looking at 2 pair. Yeah, I'd very bad. I had to lean in. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And Jesus, then. That's shocking, isn't it? That's absolutely shocking. Oh, knowing that's there, you know, that was the reason as to why, you know. Anyway, Naughty, what are we doing next week?
That's a jolly good question. Hold on.
You're doing 2 things next week. You have a Thursday session, but you also have a weekend session.
Yes. So next Thursday we've got a flight Copenhagen into Innsbruck, which should be jolly good fun.
I'm in danger.
Yes, potentially 2-hour block time on that one. But yeah, should be good fun. Getting out of Copenhagen might be a bit of a challenge on a Thursday night, but we'll see how we get on.
Yeah.
And then, yes, we have a weekend flight on the 11th of July. It's our next one in the weekend series. So it's a 3-hour 10 block. We are taking off from China, Kunming Changshui Airport.
Very good.
I can probably completely butcher that. So my apologies to anyone that can speak Chinese in the...
It sounded very convincing, yeah.
But we are heading over to where are we heading to? Kathmandu, and the route takes us via Mount Everest. So the route is planned out. So we will do a nice flyby of Mount Everest as we head into Kathmandu.
That sounds like it's going to be.
What sort of time departure is it?
Departure is at, he says, clicking a couple of buttons. Departure is at, is it 1100 Zulu? I think, yeah, 1100 Zulu, which is it. So basically, it's designed so we take off basically at sunset, and we're chasing the sun basically. So we'll take off at sunset and should land at sunset as well.
Nice. So that's on Saturday week.
Saturday week, 11th of July. Yes.
Nice. Aircraft choices, or have you made your mind up, or what are you thinking?
I think for me, it's probably going to be the iFly again. I'm enjoying that. If it's not the iFly, it'll be the Citation X, because I haven't flown that in a while.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, it's gas. I have to say, lads, I've been really enjoying flying the Max again. Like we've done a lot of flights with it. But since this update, it's been absolutely incredible, and I find it's one of the airliners that just keeps kind of encouraging you to come back and learn something new with it.
Is it really?
Yeah, listen, right. I mean, yeah. Apart from like, you know, me issue, right? But no, it is. I love flying it. I absolutely love flying it. And what I learned tonight probably, you know, didn't have to be as dramatic because it just used Toga. But when it comes to all the different systems, and even on my approach there, like, you know, it's different alerts coming up on the screen when going into manual, and then you're saying, how did you miss the glide? You were on the glide. Like, there's lots to keep you kind of learning this thing and figuring it out. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't get the glide at all. I had to throw the nose down.
So I got it, and then I said, right, I'm going to hand fly it, and then I lost it.
Well, that's just a skill issue.
That's a skill issue. Yeah, that's a skill issue. Oh, wait, no, did I? Oh, no, hang on. No, I lie. I had the glide, then I disengaged VNav. No, wait, what did I do? I don't know. We're not getting into this again. I did something stupid anyway. I shouldn't have. But
time for a replay.
Time for replay, yeah. Unsolved mysteries. Clem, have you a trench coat? We'll have to get you one. It's a long range jacket.
Also, just to note with the Innsbruck flight, it's probably going to be affected by slots again.
Yes.
Oh, as in departing Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Now, all it means is we won't be holding, which is a benefit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just...
Are we going to get directed to a website to actually enter, you know, departure times?
Most likely, I would say.
Yeah, I'll pop some information in when I put the flight out. The trick is, as long as you get in and get your clearance soon, you get then put into the queue basically. So even if, you know, Murph, you're doing your 2-minute intro, get your clearance quickly and then do your 2-minute intro, and by the time you've finished talking, it'll probably be about right time to go.
That sounds like a plan. Yes, absolutely. Come here.
Murph, I have the answer to your question about the glides.
Go ahead.
You had VOR lock and LNAV armed, but no glide paths armed, so you just went straight through it.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
So yeah, so if with that you shouldn't arm approach until you get the actual diamond showing up, so it starts receiving the signal from the ILS.
My issue then.
Because what it will do is it will arm the localizer and the VOR, but not arm glide slope, so it then won't capture, which sounds like what's happened.
Come here.
Does that also apply to the map, to the NG?
Correct. Yeah.
Come here. Did I get a tail strike? See this? See the tail strike bum stop, as I call it. See the skid plate or the skid protector?
Yep.
That's changed, has it? Or are they different across the fleet? Because the last time when I first looked at this aircraft, that was hanging down.
No, but it's still in the green.
No idea. Yeah, it's still in the green. As long as it's in the green, you're fine. Once it's in the red, you're not fine.
No, I get what he means. Mine is totally different to that. Mine is actually extended on its plunger.
So yours is fully down?
Mine's fully down, yeah.
So I wonder, did I hit that and push it up?
Probably at some point, yeah.
I wonder, is there maintenance for that? That's class.
I've got a much bigger area of green as well. Mine is mostly green. Yours is mostly red.
Huh. Where would this be now? Would it be? It wouldn't be a failure. It'd be, surely she's under maintenance. Other systems.
I think there's maintenance in the FMC.
Colonel Fork, stop it.
Oh Jesus. FMC, you reckon?
That sounds like something the missus would say.
DFDAU, SAT, no. FMC. Oh, I don't think we've gotten in here for maintenance, do we? Maintenance, we do. Engine APUs.
And Murph, while I think of it again, mate, huge thanks for streaming these. It changes the whole thing. You know, it makes it a real blast flying on VATSIM when it's streamed.
Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure. I there's times I wish, I didn't stream, especially when I make a mistake. But no, I absolutely love this. It just, lads, look, at the end of the day, it shows you it's another type of flying that you can do in Microsoft Flight Sim. So like it opens that door to what am I going to do today? Or, what can I do in the sim? Can I learn something in the sim? There's so much to this platform, this hobby that we're in. Could be your helo flying, general aviation, airliners. Then you're dealing with things like online networks or say intentions when it comes to ATC, traffic injection. Like, there's just so much going on here. The career modes. So yeah, I mean, I love the mix that we have. I mean, a lot of people are still daunted by flying on VATSIM. I totally get that. But it just takes time. If this Muppet can do it and not be, I'm still a band. If I can do it and not get in too much trouble, you guys are going to be fine. So it's great having this mix of different types of flights. Because it's in the early days we just didn't have very good airlines. In the early days of the sim, and even when 2024 came out, the airlines they were only all right. They're at a stage now where you see the continued development from Inibills and from iFly and PMDG. Phoenix, I mean, the Phoenix are working fine. We know there's an update coming, but we have so many top class airliners now, and they're very enjoyable to fly.
They are. It's very, very good. And I have to say, even though the iFly is not native yet, they've done an amazing job with it. I can't wait for the native version because I think it'll just blow the socks off the PMDG personally.
Yeah.
Goose, jump in, mate. I keep telling you. And if my comment to you a few months ago put you off, just ignore me, mate. So jump in and join us.
Oh yeah, it's the only way you're going to get into it. You just start, Murphy landed on a runway twice on VATSIM. Then he went idle after takeoff. If Murphy can fly VATSIM, anyone can. Yeah. So I landed on the same runway twice in the one flight, right? And a car park. But yeah, code's still not working on Amazon, Murph. It's currently on offer 15% off. Not sure if that stops it. It should be working. I got an email earlier on, Stu. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if you're interested in learning more, I'd recommend try a flight with us. If you want to get over that kind of anxiety of talking on a microphone and all this, if you don't want any of the consequence, go with AI, go with say intentions, because for a lot of people it's only AI, so it doesn't matter if they give out to you, right? For a lot of people that's how they kind of get over that initial hurdle. I mean, and look at me, I fly both. I'll fly with say intentions and I'll fly VATSIM. You know what I mean?
But it's even on a flight like today where there's no ATC, it's still good to fly on VATSIM because you can practice your Unicom calls.
You can. In a perfect world, we just wouldn't have Unicom. I'd rather have ATC from start to finish.
That is true, but you don't want too much ATC when you're starting out either. It'll be most likely too much ATC.
When there's a group of us, it's actually really good having a big stretch on Unicom because we get to spend time chatting in Discord. So it's good. It's cool.
Yeah. No, look at the detail there. It depends on the flight. For me, I personally prefer to have an ATC, but sure, I'm streaming it. Do you know what I mean? So I want to have that interaction with ATC and listening to what's going on, and all along that time, that's getting me better for one, taking on the information and retaining it, being able to repeat it and then act on it. The more and more you're getting used to that, the more and more you do that, the more you become comfortable. And then when it comes to VATSIM, then when you're so comfortable with it, that doesn't throw you.
And you can still jump in on observer mode as well. I know some people say you shouldn't, but a lot of people still use that. Do 2 or 3 flights with us in observer mode.
100%. That's how I learned. Duke, and I'm sure you're the same. We all sat in observer mode a couple of times,
sure, yeah.
just listening in to say, this is what goes on here. Do you know? But yeah, and even look you can fly if you wanted it. You could be flying with say intentions, controlling your ATC, and be on observer mode and VATSIM to see the traffic. Just make sure that your your transmitter is set up correctly, so you're not broadcasting onto VATSIM. And all you need to do is you'll set up a push to talk with say intentions and a push to talk with vPilot, and just make sure they're different. Then you can be blabbing away with say intentions to their ATC and having no impact then whilst on VATSIM. There's a lot of ways around it, Would say intentions give you directs? Oh yeah, they have this new vectoring system. It's terrain aware. It's very, very good. No, I think you can, Scott. I think you can transmit on VATSIM when you're in observer mode, lads, can't you?
No, I don't think you. Well, technically you can. The push to talk will work, but you'll get in deep sugar if you do.
Yeah.
You can, because that's how you do multi-crew.
Yeah, you can transmit. Yeah. Yeah, engine looks a bit mad, doesn't it? It's cool looking though. The detail they have on this is savage. They're just beautiful looking. They're a cool looking engine.
Did you want to try and find that thing about the tail skid in the FB?
Oh, yeah, did you have it?
Well, I asked I asked Google, and it came up with the AI thing.
Oh, go on.
In the EFB, you go to failures.
Okay.
No, the EFB. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on, I'm getting there now.
Sorry, there's a second or two delay.
Right.
My plane and system data.
My plane and system data.
Your Google is shy, my friend.
That's it.
Other systems.
Oh.
Park and brake logic, high altitude. Oh, hang on. Ice detection, enable HUD. Two position tail strike. Ah. That's it. That's it. Wait, is it? A two position? Okay, that's the way it always looked.
So poor old Murph still isn't erect, right?
Yes. We'll try it again. Two position tail skid. I don't think that's going to do anything. No.
Are you powered down?
Engines off, APU running. I wonder, does it need like maintenance to come around and pull the devil out? You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. Brake logic, realistic. Why was that off? High altitude landing now. Oh, that should have been turned on. Enable laboratory smoke light. Enable HUD. Ice detection. 24-hour CVR. Beacon flash rate. Hydraulic.
That high altitude landing, Murph, or does anybody know, can that just be left permanently on, or should you only use it when you need it?
I think that's more like of a configuration dependence between airline and airline.
Is it?
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Wait, you can swap the engine types now?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got 3, isn't it?
That's nice.
Clear all failures. That's most unusual. I wonder if I reloaded the aircraft, will that come back down to where it needs to be? Let's try it for
almost
science.
feel like it's gone up more.
No, yeah, I don't know now. I don't know. In the failures tab, you can clear all failures. Yeah, no, we tried that. Let's have a look here now just to see what happens. We'll disconnect from VPilot here because this would be like, where'd you go? Let's just see if this works. If it does, let me know exactly what it is. And, you know, it'll be genius. Yeah, it does. It's hanging down now, look. Jesus. Right, hang on. So, yeah, look at that. So I hit that on the flight. And that's what happened. That's mad, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Indeed.
Shocking piloting, Murph.
Shut up, will you? Listen, it was grand, right? It was absolutely grand.
You might have been called to the office for that one, bud.
I'm wondering, do we attempt to try this takeoff again, doing exactly what he did to see what happens?
Go for it. Do it, yeah.
Takes 2 seconds to set up.
Right. Will we do it for the
Yeah, this is Murph you're talking about, Clem.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have to go through his 10-second intro again, right?
Yeah. There's no intro now on this one. Right, hang on. We'll get that fella up here there now fairly lively and we'll turn on this. So, battery, external.
Why?
See, I don't want to.
Why not just?
I don't want to auto start it in case that puts in a step that I missed. Do you get me?
Okay.
So we're doing this exactly the same way that I did a moment ago. So let's go into Navigraph, import the flight, yes, send all data to the aircraft, done. Weight and balance, we're going to load it from SimBrief. We're going to load the aircraft instantly. And I threw in an extra 1,000 of fuel. So instead of 5998, we just went with a straight 8,000, didn't we? We did. 8,000. Horse it in. Lovely. Load the aircraft immediately. At this stage, we're going to say APU coming on. Logo, wing, IDIRs, or IRSs rather, are doing their stuff. Probes off. Window heats on. And I'll use the center pumps as well because I'm an absolute idiot. That APU should be firing up now. That's all set up correctly. Landing altitude didn't go in, but we'll fire this into the FMC. So let's have a look. Pause in it. It was the left GPS we grabbed the last time. And flight plan request. Activate. We'll go to departure and arrival. Departure 19er. And we'll come back into our arrival. It was going to be an ILS Yankee 14, and it was on the Gira 4 Echo transition. Select. In it, weight and balance, we shall put in 7.9er. Invalid route 1 uplink. We'll put in reserve 0. Cruise wind. That was all back in SimBrief. Hang on now, we get this in fairly quickly, lads. Where was that? That was over here. Be interesting to see if this works. What was that going to be? She was going to be 350 at 8. 350 at 8. Minus 25. Next page, that's all grand. N1 limit, I didn't. I left it blank. Flaps will be 5. Center of gravity is in. And then our speeds and our trim. Auto brake goes to rejected takeoff. APU is now on. Get the bleed on. Packs on. Pumps are all looking good. Ground power disconnected. Back in here to be plain. We're going to say ground services disconnect. We'll call up GSX because that's what we used the last time. GSX coming in, and it's going to be prepare for pushback. We'll use these lads, and it's going to be nose right, tail left. And I'm not connected to VATSIM, so that's the main thing. Altitude, I'll put in what I had. We put in 18,000. Speed we put in at 200. Let that dial in. And V speed I had on at 2500. Because I wanted to start, I wanted a fairly quick ascend. Squawk will go 2000. Transponder on. Radios and all the jazz are fine. Brakes and all that jazz are fine. All right, that's pretty much configured, so we'll just let's see what happens. For me, cycling between 2-position tail skid changed it between fully erect and how it looked before your flight. Okay. So the conclusion is the whole takeoff procedure was shagged. We don't know. We'll find out now together, though. Giggity. Let's see what happens. Why did they all turn on? Turn them off. Right, let's have a look. Lights are good. Cabin. They're going to start a push. We'll turn off the packs. And now we'll look for an engine start. Hey, Nismo, good to see you. So they're pushing the plane back. Interesting.
I love the way it lifts it.
Yeah, it's deadly, isn't it? Nose right, tail left. Break off.
Hello there.
Okay, engine's coming up. Nick is live. Good to see you. Or is it Nick ist live? Good to see you, bud. Many thanks for the follow. I'm just trying to see if we can replicate this same thing again. I don't think we will, though. Then again, we might. Murphy's a special kind of agent. Motoring, fuel.
Has anybody in chat worked out how to permanently change positions of the icons on the EFB? You can move them and they switch back the next time you start the flight, but I'm told there's a way of permanently moving them.
Can you?
So I'm told, because they're in a stupid order at the minute. You've got to flip, you've got to switch all over the place.
Yeah, you're up and down. Yeah. Click, hold. Click and hold.
Yeah, and you can drag them.
Oh yeah,
but
look at that.
When you restart the next flight, they're back to where they were again.
Interesting. So, how do we save it? So, yeah. What do we use for flight planning? I do SimBrief a lot. As we go start on the right side, go on the left side. Left side coming up. Right side Jen coming in. Now the centre tank 0.24, there's shag all in there, so it's the same again. A custom save state might do it. Oh, it could actually, yeah. Why is my TCAS off?
Yeah, I wouldn't put the centre pumps on at all for that.
I leave them on just to replicate what I did, but let's see what the crack is. So to verify, turn off the auto throttle. To verify, MCP speed is set to 200, 18,000 and 2.5 is armed. So we'll see what this does now in a second, right?
Auto throttle is armed, that's maybe no.
Say again?
The auto throttle isn't armed.
Auto throttle? No, not yet, no. The noise of that, man. Flaps 5. So we should see our slats coming out and then flaps. There we go. Okay. Everything here is grand. And let's continue on. Jen on. Runway turn off lights. Taxi light. APU off. APU bleed off. Packs on. Probes on. Looking good above. We're looking good below. And I think that's all she's going to write for us. Auto brake, reject takeoff, RTO. Alright, let's see what happens. Brakes off. Your man is driving into the ground, but that's okay. Now let's see if we can do it. Yeah, there won't be anyone hogging the runway this time. Man, Stu!
Who's that Stu fella? Ban him, will you?
Yeah, let's have a look. I also had my heading indicator turned to the runway heading.
Approaching 0, 1.
And the lights are on. Engine mode continuous. Strobes. Anti-collision. And strobes.
Runway
Look good.
1.
Alright. Let's see what happens here now. This is going to be tremendous crack. This is pretty much exactly the same configuration. So we'll see what happens here. Widely attracted to whoever this lad is. Sky Command, good to see you. Why is that button changing cycling views? It shouldn't. It only does it in the max. Hope you're well, Sky. Sky, we're doing like, you know, seconds before disaster.
Air crash investigation.
Well, we didn't crash, so technically it's not a crash, but yes, it could have very well been.
Sky, what he's saying, Sky, is he broke it.
Yeah, I totally shagged it, yeah. I just want to see what happens here now. We'll do a fast taxi back, turn it around and blast off, and let's see if we get the same problem. This is configured the exact same way. I'm not going to hit the toggle button. I'm going to go auto throttle arm. That'll be it. This will be interesting.
75 knots taxi speed.
Sure, listen, you know.
I did that earlier when we took off.
Did you?
What Southwest does.
Ryanair would be proud.
What's the... You know when you request a fast taxi?
30 knots.
A high-speed taxi?
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, usual taxi is between 10 to 20. High-speed taxi is 30, and then high-speed exit taxiways are 60 knots max. If I'm not mistaken, I might be.
Okay. This is deja vu now, look. Right. We'll turn this to
We
runway
need,
heading.
we need the Jaws music coming up here.
That or Benny Hill, one or the other. Okay. We pretty much had it in this position. I had nothing else armed. Auto throttle.
Did you do a rolling takeoff last time?
I did. So, flaps 5, engines 40. Stable. VS is armed, command not touched. Full power. Right. Takeoff power set. Speed live. That white light says arm. Approaching V1. We've slightly more fuel this time because we weren't waiting. Shouldn't matter.
V1.
V1. Rotate. Yeah, throttle back. Do you hear it?
Yeah, it says retard.
Yeah, as soon as wheels went up, as soon as weight off wheels.
Okay, auto throttle disarmed and hasn't responded, look.
Yeah, that's because the engine need time to spool
Yeah,
up.
they still need spool.
Don't
time.
think.
They're not CFM 56s.
But they're not spooling at all, look.
Don't think.
No, they will, they will.
They will. Just
Yeah, they're much slower than the others.
Thinking.
keep it at max, and you'll see they'll come back up
Whoops.
someday. Too late.
Hang on, we'll fix that. I had to do something else the last time because when I moved the throttle, you should see, do you know the speed ring that goes around it to show you where the throttle should be?
Yeah.
Jesus, Murphy. Get down there and park, will you? Do you know what I mean, lads? You know when you... I'll show you now, look. Right, plop her down there now, good and tired. So, if I advance me throttles now, right? Why? Oh, that's interesting. Why is it trying to reverse it?
That could seriously spoil you down. That's got to be a binding issue, surely.
I don't know what that is.
It's trying to be like your anti-tail strike.
No, there's something not right here. There's something completely shagged here. Why is that? It wasn't doing that a minute ago. They just went forward.
Could it not be because of the crash? The plane is just all bugs.
You actually broken it, I think.
Nah, hang on a second. We'll get to the bottom of this. Why is it trying to go into reverse? That's most unusual. Failures. Clear.
Failures, many.
Why is it... What's pushing that into reverse? It has to be a bug. So look, I've no other... There's no other controls bound to throttle. Now we can do a restart on the thing.
Murph, I think you would have a bug too if we nosed you into the ground at 150 knots.
Like, reverse is working fine there, right? Out of reverse. Yeah, I wonder, lads, then, is this a binding issue? Because that's not normal. But it wasn't doing that. It really wasn't doing that.
It still doesn't explain though why it, well, it kind of does explain why it went into retard, because V-Speed thought it was descending. But that's a different story altogether.
Yeah. No, like, that's a total bug there. That's completely a bug. So there's something on my hardware upsetting that. Has to be. But that's just not right. What axis is bound to it? There's only one axis bound to throttle. I've nothing else connected. Right, she's fixed now. Right, let's try it again.
Oh look, you're running the fuel pump dry.
Yeah, no, that's grand. We're not worried about that. So let's try this again. Auto brake disarmed. We're still the same, aren't we? 1800, yeah. Alright, auto throttle arm. Power in. Says arm. No command. It should be 2,500. V speeds have been wiped, obviously, but let's just see. Now, for me to regain the auto throttle. Let's see what happens, right? Yeah, there she goes. Now look, I can't spill forward, so we're going to disengage the auto throttle. And now I can spill forward. See that?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that the last time. So that's got to be a bug, lads.
Well, no, it's a bug nonetheless because you're able to enable V-speed on the ground, which shouldn't be at all.
Well, it's armed. It's not enabled.
Either way, it shouldn't be possible.
It shouldn't be possible.
500.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? Very strange. Would you have the same issue in the Phoenix? No.
That's quite a big one to get through beta testing, though, with being able to arm it on the ground.
But we're dealing with a Max. Whatever with the NG, maybe you can't arm the NG on the ground. Should you not be able to arm the Max on the ground? Is that what we're saying? Because you can arm anything on a Boeing, you just can't activate it. Unless, of course, you're like, if you're trying to point LNAV or VNAV, it won't capture those unless it's on a intercept. You know what I mean? So FM's, look, no active route. Well, that's fair enough. So VNAV won't work.
Caution, obstacle.
LNAV won't work.
Obstacle. Caution, obstacle.
Do you know?
Caution, obstacle.
It's definitely an interesting one. At least we can replicate it. So if I can replicate it at the very minimum, we can hopefully get some clarification on it. Do you know what I mean? Very interesting stuff. Anyway, that's enough testing for us to do, lads. I want to thank you all so very much to our esteemed pilots who joined us tonight. Lads, thanks a million. It's always great learning from you. I've much to learn, but I appreciate it. Clem, once again, congratulations on your ATPL theory. Well done, buddy.
Thank you very much.
And to Rambog, who isn't flying tonight, as Dougal said, we'll give him the one night off well, congratulate him and his partner on the birth of their child. Brilliant news. But for the rest of the lads, a pleasure as always, and we'll look forward to next week. Good luck.
I won't be taking part in that one, unfortunately.
Jason, you said that last week.
Yeah, but the thing is, next week I won't see shit after getting my eyes lasered to death.
Actually, you can fly with your eyes closed. You'll be grand.
I'll try.
Go on, have a good one. Best of luck, buddy.
Thanks.
Good night, guys.
See you, lads.
See ya.
Good luck.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Good luck. Awesome stuff. Yeah, that was a right one now for tonight, lads. But sure, look at we made it anyway. You know, we survived and somewhat, and we managed to make it work. But my thanks as always for you tuning in and putting up with the madness. I love this. You learn, right? This is where you learn stuff. So rock on, same. Do you know? We're back tomorrow, 1900 Zulu. We have a group flight tomorrow night. We're taking the Piper M600. Can it survive Alaska? Ask. We'll find out tomorrow night, lads. So kickoff for that is at 1900 Zulu. And any chance you can show the chase plane add-on? Have I not done that? No. Tailskid only extends fully with no hydraulic pressure. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. Moose, I'll give you a shout now in a few minutes. But lads, I want to thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in. And we will see you all tomorrow at 1900 Zulu. Till then, take care. Lads are over there, so we'll have to do a bit of a chicane here. Mother of Jesus! Gibbo!
What the hell? I'm somersaulting, lads. Here.
Did you just see what happened to Gib? Are you in the drink? You ended up in the
water. This is possible.
Did you just see what?
There's like, I'm upside down in the water. I had a terrible accident.
That
and
was
I wasn't even moving.
That was like, oh Jesus.
Oh man, that was so funny.
Steiny, are you watching Twister or something? I mean, that was just for a warbird. It's one of the finest warbirds ever released in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Considering you have the excellent work of Flying Iron, this thing, because of the extra features, because of the because of the optimization, because of how well it looks and sounds, even flying this thing gives you an experience you probably haven't got already in the sim when it comes to flying a warbird. It feels heavy, it feels cumbersome, it behaves differently, and there's a lot of depth to it. It's a cracker, it's a masterpiece. Oh, I never did the thing, look. It's just Microsoft, it's Murph. Someone clip this if you can. Do you hear the sounds? I've been blaming aircraft developers